Hello, everyone. It's Dan from Story of the Year here. You're listening to the Stone Dog Show. Keep doing it.
Excited that I finally get to be on a podcast with Antonio, man. Like the last 2 times, he's just like not showed up.
Oh, when you on this show, you mean?
Yeah.
In the beginning. Man, dude.
Did I miss one?
Yeah, there was one you just didn't show up to.
Which,
like, dude,
was that before or after the one that I was on?
It was before. Like, there was a couple weeks you're supposed to be on, but like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna. This is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like school or something. So like, if somebody just doesn't show up, okay, like this is a fucking hangout with my buddies, man. I'm not gonna fucking harass you. You know what I mean? He made up for it, dude. That episode we were on with Ryan, it was me, Ryan, Shane, you, I think Shane, and Coco. God, we went like fucking 5 hours, which I stopped doing because that was dumb. But hey, welcome to the Stone Dog Show. My name's Gabe Stroop. I'm the fucking Stone Dog. And tonight we got some special guests, all right? So we're going to go round table here. I'm going to start off with the biggest chode of the bunch, Shane Presley, up there in the corner. Everybody thinks he's a nice guy. He's a great person. Fuck Shane. I just want to start that. Fuck Shane Presley from Rock Paper Podcast. Also, below him, probably on your screen there's Antonio.
Yo.
Great. ATG. My boy. From Antonio the Great, also from the band Discrepancies. Below him, we have my good friend and frequent co-host, Wiley Johnson, from LA, right?
God damn it, why do you keep saying that?
Just fucking with
Not
you.
Funny.
From the band Die Criminal. And then above him, we have a special guest, first time on the show, Mr. Dan Marsala from the band Story of the Year, the Fuck Off and Die, sir. Welcome to the show, Dan. How you doing, man?
Fucking great. Ready to rock, man. When do we go on stage? Soon? What?
Right, yeah. We'll take a few more shots. I'll let you know. We'll get there.
Do I have to warm my voice up? What do I got to do?
Yeah, no, you're good. Just fucking keep drinking. That's all it takes to be on this show, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me. Hi, guys.
Now, how's that? I want to start off the show here. Let's keep it upbeat. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world, and we are not going to fucking discuss a lot of depressing stuff because I was looking at my phone today for like 10 minutes and I started talking to my wife about everything and everything kind of fucking sucks at the moment. So let's talk about good stuff, man. What you guys got going on in your life right now that's not depressing? Antonio, how's your week been, dude?
Chilling, man. I ain't really doing too much, gearing up for another release. We're going to release a song called Crawling Back, which I think is most of our favorite songs. But shot a video last weekend, and other than that, just enjoying the quarantine.
That's fucking chill. Where'd you guys go to shoot that video?
Ohio. I don't know the name of the city. It's a very small town outside, like in Ohio. It's like near Findlay. But yeah.
Right on. How long did you have to hang out with Garrett?
Oh, man. It was an all-day situation.
That fucking sucks. Wiley, I saw you kind of avoided some fires over in California, right? Obviously you're still alive, so.
We can call it alive. I mean, I guess that's what I am. But yeah, avoiding fires. There's fires literally like it's 25 miles from my house now. So hoping they put it out or something.
Or something. Just fucking go take a piss on it, dude. That's what we do here. Like, just fucking go pee on it. That's how I fix shit in Missouri.
For the last few months, I only really drink when I get on your show. But lately I've been drinking a lot. So I'm like, fuck it, bring it on. I'll piss on you. I don't care, dude. Fuck a fire.
It's recommended. Shane, I know you ain't been doing shit, so we'll fucking ask Dan. Dan, I'm just kidding. Listen, I love Shane, okay? I've been on this kick of just giving him so much shit lately, and it just hasn't stopped. So he gives it to me back. Trust me. But, no, Dan, I saw Ryan fucking sent you some tunes that you've been fucking listening to and working on lately, right?
Yep. I have about 30 demos from Ryan. That's how our band works. Our guitar player Ryan just sends me demos, just music, like full fucking insane songs that make no sense usually until I make something into a chorus, and I just record some vocals and send it back. So, and then we use 10 of them and the other 20 get nothing. So quite the process. It's always kind of been how we work because Ryan is a crazy person and he can't stop working. So yeah, makes my fucking life miserable. It's neat.
Ah, that is cool. Besides that, you're working at Encapsulated, right? You have that studio space that you're in?
Sometimes I record some bands here and there. I haven't been much lately because I've been trying to work on my own bands. But the Fuck Off and Dies, we're just in the studio. We did like 7 new songs. Got all kinds of random shit going on, Yeah,
everything you've been doing, man, sounds really good. I mean, you made Wiley sound good, which is fucking incredible.
Miracle.
The whole interview, the time I set aside to interview is just how you got him to sound like not a bag of shit. Because and maybe you could do that for me too, because possibly
I can make most people sound pretty good.
He can fix this. He can fix this. I know.
Shane, buddy, I know you fucking just put some flooring in your house.
Yeah.
So besides that, I also, just to catch everybody up here, Shane is on quarantine right now because he was around someone who tested positive, obviously, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had
AIDS or
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shane has anal AIDS, but only the anal kind.
They and then sent me home for 2 weeks to saying I was in direct contact. So they to be.
Will they let you test twice within 5 days of each other and come back?
I already tested negative for it and everything, and then haven't had any symptoms. There's
supposed to be a double test that you can take that will allow you, with the doctor's approval after 2 tests, to go back to work. FYI, I have to deal with that shit literally every day of my life.
Yeah,
right now.
They just they weren't even worried about me testing. They just the HR said take 2 weeks off and we'll see you in 2 weeks. So,
is it paid?
Yeah. So I'm like, whatever.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Nice. Dude.
Who's all been tested? You guys all done that test?
Yeah. Like 8 times for me now.
8 times?
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as people were trying to make it out to be, but I don't know. So I've heard other people say that it was like god awful, but mine wasn't bad.
It makes you feel like you got to sneeze.
Yeah.
I'm used to jamming my finger in my nose anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't had to be tested yet, but it's been all around me. Like out in Washington, like in Franklin County, it's becoming something. It's been something. It is something. Just everyone acts like it's not. So it's like, okay, well,
yeah.
I'm going to take care of my family, my friends, and make sure we're all good. And other than that, just got to keep fucking going through this. We will all get through this at some point. It's not always going to be so shitty, you guys know what I do for a living, like traveling, throwing up LED wall, whether it be for corporate events, concerts, whatever. I mean, it's something to go so busy and then nothing. I mean, like Dan can speak to that too. Like just being able to tour, play shows, period. All of us know that, Antonio. I mean, this whole thing, we're not going to fucking spend the whole show talking about it because we could literally talk about it forever if we really want to think about it. It's just, fuck this shit. We'll get through it. You just got to keep going. That's my fucking advice for everybody. Fucking snooze the news sometimes and just fucking keep going. Take care of your family. Take care of your kids. Take care of your friends. But
every aspect of my job has been canceled this year. So we were supposed to have a show with Discrepancies that is still tentatively happening at the end of the year now. But who the fuck knows if that's going to happen? I really doubt that anybody's playing shows in December still. But it is kind of cool because we're just focusing on a lot of other new shit instead and finding new ways to be creative, and that's kind of fun to not have to worry. We didn't tour a whole lot anymore anyway because we're just getting older and we all have families and shit. So we don't want to be on the road 9 months out of the year like we used to. But so it's kind of all right for us. But we're figuring it out. Everybody is,
We'll get there. I mean, this podcast started out of this, and fucking I've had some awesome friends that agreed to be on it, and now fucking Dan from Story of the Year's on my fucking podcast. So I'm sure I'll have Elton John next week at this rate, dude.
I can get you in touch. He's my gardener.
That's fucking awesome.
COVID's been hell.
Yeah, he's really busy right now. So
Well, hey, I wanted to do something. Maybe this will be fun. Maybe it won't. We'll fucking find out. But Wiley originally brought up the idea of having Dan on the show, and I was like, well, fuck yeah. And then Wiley was like, well, let's have a singer on. It's just another singer. So we can have like a singer thing, right? Because we're all singers / frontmen, all that good stuff. So let's do there's a little thing on the show I do called the Tournament of Death. And what that is we just kind of pick some of our favorite things and we have them all fucking go at it, just fuck until one of them can't fuck anymore. And then, you know, the one that outfucked the other is the winner, obviously. So you guys, there's another thing we brought up on the show, which, Dan, you can agree with, ATG. I think you were on this show and we talked about it. There's a definite difference between great singers and great frontmen. Sometimes it can be the same thing. Sometimes it can be something separate. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a Tournament of Death. I want you guys to think of some of your favorite singers and some of your favorite frontmen. Okay? And then we're going to have them fuck until they can't fuck anymore. All right? So, Shane, I want to start with you, motherfucker.
Oh, jeez.
Who is, like, your favorite singer of all time, besides me, obviously, and Dan, and Wiley, and ATG?
Right. Well, now we got that cleared up. Got those out of the way.
who else is there? I mean,
Right.
Right.
I mean, I think Jesus sang, but he was kind of flat. You know what I'm saying?
He never nailed it.
No.
Ew.
Oh my God!
I'll be here all night.
But it's
I'll start with a fella named Chris Cornell. Big fan of his. So there's my vote. Get the party started.
okay. So straight up, just singer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's one of the greatest, most iconic voices of our generation. I mean, like for rock vocals and stuff. And,
I agree.
yeah.
I was working a show, and it was a Carolina Rebellion one year, and I listened to him because they were on main stage and I was on second stage, so we were tearing down our stage, and I heard him singing over just the night through, you know, the air and everything, and I was like, oh, that's Chris Cornell, and I went to our switching rack and I took a picture of him singing just because it was on our monitors from the other stage, and the next week is when he actually committed suicide. I was like, holy shit, dude. That was fucking insane. So sad. Such a great loss. But yeah, I agree, man. One of the best singers ever, in my opinion.
Side note, did you guys ever listen to Temple of the Dog? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
a side project. His fucking singing on that record is so amazing. Like I liked Soundgarden as well. You know, I love Soundgarden, but Temple of the Dog is like really, I feel like where his voice shines. It's fucking awesome because it's a little poppier, a little less like fucking weird mathy rock shit that Soundgarden did half the time. But yeah.
But that I just went back and revisited that first Audio Slave record.
So good.
It's a great album.
I agree, man. And I mean, as far as I go, when it gets too like I can't really take it. But like his later stuff, he didn't do as much of that, you know, and he kind of just started singing in his own way. Much like, I mean,
Even had cover "Nothing Compares to You" that he did, from Prince song, and but yeah, it's just like the guy's got incredible pipes.
He's awesome. Dan, who's one of your favorite singers, man?
I don't know. I don't think about this much anymore. It's weird. After being in a band for 20-something years, I'm just like, that's cool. I'm definitely like more in the performance side of things. You know, technically being a good singer is important, obviously, but I always believe that it's more about feeling and vibe and all of that. It's way more important. I mean, like Nirvana was like one of my favorite bands that I learned how to play music from, and Kurt Cobain probably wasn't a great singer, but he fucking nailed it, and he was doing some fucking crazy shit that nobody ever did, you know? And, but I wouldn't say that was my favorite. This is really hard. Oh man, I don't know. Like one of the first shows that I saw that like a singer like really impressed me and I thought was amazing was Deftones, you know, which we could probably all agree on Chino being fucking awesome. Both at performing and, you know, vocal ability, but that's like one that stands out. He was always like, I wished I could be as cool as him, you know, one of those things. as like a person I really saw. You know, like Nirvana. I didn't see Nirvana or anything, but there's a bunch of hardcore bands that like ran around and kicked ass, and I was like, fuck yeah. But I think Chino would have to be up there.
Yeah, dude, totally. When I I've actually said this before, like if I could choose to be like anyone and like have anyone's life, you know, like maybe not personal life, but just like what they do and how they do it, it would be Chino, because I can go out on stage and like I'm not going to be him. Like I love what he does, but I just can't do that because that's just him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. And yeah, he's one of, like, I agree, man. There's some people that'll be like, some sound guys be like, man, he's just so fucking off, like the whole show and everything. Okay, well, sure, sometimes, but whenever, I mean, you tour for fucking, 90 days in a row, and on the 91st day, fucking go on stage and don't sound like a bag of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. So
I hit about 40% of notes live all the time, but I'm kicking ass the whole time, so who cares?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I think he's great. So that's a solid choice. And Antonio.
This is tough as hell, man.
That is a hard question.
I wrote the first two I wrote down are mad embarrassing. I'm like,
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake was one.
It's not embarrassing at all.
He's great.
For the front man, I've got it between him and LeJean from Seven Dust.
Oh yeah,
I love LeJean, man.
The only thing is, like, I'm not that familiar with Seven Dust's with like all their music, but I've like, when I seen them live, like I was just completely blown away at like his crowd control and everything, and just how intense it was. And then I got to hang out with him for a little bit, and just when somebody's like a good, like nice person on top of that, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, because not all artists are like that. A lot of us are dicks. We know it. Mm-hmm. As far as vocal, man, just I have like today modern, like Sam Smith. If I have to say of like all time, I'm thinking like Whitney Houston before Bobby Brown.
Or like during the height of the cocaine when it wasn't affecting her badly yet.
Right.
Kicking ass, yeah.
Yeah.
How was she supposed to know?
I got you.
How will I know? Get it? Oh, shut up.
That's a solid pick. Wiley, who's your favorite singer, dude?
It's kind of funny. For singers, I'm stuck between three right now, and I'm going to talk myself through this. It's kind of funny. Whitney was also one of the ones that I was thinking. She's one of my favorite singers of all time. Michael Jackson, one of my favorite singers of all time, even though I'm not supposed to anymore. So with the Whitney already been brought up, and MJ, being banned from life, I'm going to go with my other choice, who is, in my opinion, the second best to Chris Cornell in the rock vocal scene, and that is going to be Lane Staley. I think Lane Staley is one of the greatest vocalists of all time. I was never a fan of him being a front man. Like he's a great front man, but I mean he didn't own it like a lot of people did, like his presence. But he was one of the greatest singers, I think, in rock, hard rock music ever. So I think I'm gonna stick with Lane on this one.
Lane Staley.
Okay.
You have to do Jerry Cantrell too, because their voices together,
Yeah.
That's really what does it. And he's still alive, so he's got that going for him.
I was a fucking preacher's kid and fucking basically convinced my mom Creed was a Christian band so I could buy tickets to a concert and go see Creed, And fucking Jerry Cantrell opened up the show, and he like tried to get the crowd into it, and he's like, I forgot this is the church fucking picnic tour. And I was like, oh my God, he said that.
Awesome.
Yeah. For my top here, I got to go, like, Jeff Buckley's probably my top, because I named my son after him, and I think that's such, like, sometimes, I'm just be honest, sometimes I think that's like a hick thing to do, and I'm sorry, but I just did that anyway, because like that music just meant so much to me. Jeff Buckley, his voice is great. His story, I think, is great. Just the fact that he was basically busting his ass around New York, playing these small cafes, and you can listen to these recordings of him just playing all these songs, and it's fucking incredible. The notes he hits, how he hits them, just the chords that he puts together on guitar. I fucking really love. I love the feeling of his music, and how like a lot of it that came out he hated, but people still liked it. Kind of like Silverchair-esque. If you know anything about like Daniel Johns, was kind of the same story. But yeah, I'm gonna put Jeff Buckley down for mine there.
Hey, can I change one of mine?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna do without Lejean and Justin. Put Jack Black for me.
Fuck yeah.
Jack Black?
Black for yeah. Whitney Houston and Jack Black.
Jack Black's fucking awesome. I mean, although it's like a joke half the time, but he's a great fucking singer. Hey guys, I gotta go to the bar real quick.
You're good, man. Okay, that's solid. All right, so now let's talk some frontmen here. Okay, who's some of our favorite frontmen? There's a difference.
Oh, I thought mine was all the same.
Yeah, I was using Jack Black for my front man.
You know what? We can keep going that route. Let's go your favorites. We'll do that, right? Because if we did 16, it's going to take all night. We'll just do Elite 8. Okay? So, who wants to go next? Who's got a pick on the front of their mind here? Because I mean, Dan, I just want to say before you talk about yourself, probably Wiley. Dan, I agree with your pick, dude. Because Chino would probably be my second. And I already explained why. Because if I could be anybody, it'd be that fucking dude. So go ahead, Wiley.
Figured I might be stealing somebody's vote there, but
yeah.
He knew whose vote he was fucking stealing.
Good thing I went second.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. I've probably said this to Dan drunk before, but his stage presence is what inspired me to be a front man. Because I was a guitar player before the first time I ever saw fucking Story of the Year. So, but it would have been Dan. But then this guy came along with the name of Jason Butler and Let Live. Originally, now he's Fever 333. He's without a doubt the greatest front man I've ever seen in my entire life. The way that guy can just
I got a new one.
Jump off of everything, go insane, scream, and still hit his fucking notes. He's not perfect, but still screams and hits his notes while flipping off his shit. I saw him jump.
Wiley's dead.
I fucking top the damn stage setup.
Yeah, he's
sorry. Saw him jump off the. Can you guys not hear me?
No, God's trying to delete you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're back. It just got still for a second. You're good.
Whoops. Jason Butler from Let Live / Fever 33. He's just so insane. I saw the guy literally hang himself at the Firebird with the microphone cable, like on purpose, and like swing off of it while still had the thing wrapped to where the microphone's still lined up with his mouth, so he's still screaming the words to Day 56. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. So,
his name is Jeff Butler, you said?
Jason Butler. Sorry,
Jason Butler. I mean, I know the band. I didn't know his name. That's cool. All right.
Fucking awesome. You right.
Shane, what about you? Give me another one. You gave me one of your favorite singers earlier. Give me like a favorite frontman of yours. And don't say Addison Brasher, because that's my pick.
Man, I don't know.
God, take forever. Fuck.
I'll say.
Have a good one if you need a second.
I'll say Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Even though like a lot of the music does become repetitive and there are things you can say about the band, but you can't help but to get fired up when that guy's talking and singing and those songs kick in and stuff. He's really good at creating that energy.
Has anybody ever seen them live? I've never seen them, but can he like just consistently go
yeah.
like fucking for an hour and a half? That seems impossible.
Right.
It's got to be like just that, right? Like, is his singing voice like, is it a full voice thing, or is he just like like Dan was doing? Like,
I don't know.
Because I mean, anybody could do that. I mean, not anybody, but I mean, like I could do that, but I can't full voice do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I can't do my own voice for an hour, so.
Can't sing my songs for an hour, so.
Whatever he's doing, it works, man.
Dan, you said you had another one, right?
Well, after he said Jason Butler, if that was his name. It made me think about Rage Against the Machine. All of my shit's gonna be like fucking date me on how fucking old I am, but
That's fine.
but yeah, Zach from fucking Rage Against the Machine is the most intense fucking badass frontman of all time. So, although Chino is up there as well, but both of mine kind of go hand in hand. But Zach is not a singer necessarily, so he just yells at you and kicks ass. So that's a good pick for that one.
I agree. Do we want to go with 8? Do you guys have a ton more in mind? We could go to 16.
I got 2 more in mind, but it's your call.
We can fill it. Let's just do it real quick. So who's your 2, Wiley?
My 2. Did you let off Whitney? Was that Whitney? You're gonna be one of yours?
We'll keep Whitney up there.
All right. My next one's gonna be Dave Grohl.
Ah, fuck. Good one.
I think he is absolutely one of the greatest frontmen out there, and he's also a good singer. But if Whitney's already on there, then I'm gonna go ahead and bring back my boy MJ. Regardless of what he might have done, he still literally is the reason why a lot of people are musicians. So.
Old number 23, best singer ever.
Yep. You guys remember Christian from Blindside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
That's good. I'll put him up there.
Sleepwalking? Oh my God, man.
We didn't put LeJean up here, did we?
No.
Let's put. I mean, I'm good with him because he's one of my favorite singers. I don't know about you guys.
He's awesome.
How many do we get each for?
We're just going. We're looking for 16 picks, and then we'll have the battle.
All right. What about Prince?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you going for frontman?
Yep.
Frontman, singer, everything.
I can't remember the name of his band.
Revolution.
Revolution.
We need 3 more. I want to throw. He does have kind of a rah tendency sometimes, but Miles Kennedy still is one of my favorite singers. He pulled me out of like the Scott Stappiness and was like, here, you don't have to sound like Scott Stapp. You can kind of sing, and then kind of I branched out. Then I found Chino. Then I found Maynard's really what changed a lot for me, which I'll throw him up there too. Fucking because Maynard, dude, like to me, it gives just the generic white boy stuff to be like, oh, fucking Tool's awesome, right? But at the same time, like for me, like growing up how I did so sheltered, like just finding somebody, those lyrics where he was just, dude, if you actually listen to what he's saying, he's so fucking smart about what he's saying, and it's so direct and just like, fuck you. And that's so much different than, let's all praise the Lord, yeah, all the time, because Jesus is great. Like, it's just such a fucking difference, you know what I'm saying?
Love that song. Maynard never impressed me. Like, he always impressed me. I'm saying that wrong. He didn't impress me on a level that I really felt anything for his vocal stylings until Perfect Circle. When that first Mayor de Gnomes album came out, I was completely blown away. I just felt like maybe it was the fact that he actually tried to write something catchy with the way he writes.
Yeah, I agree.
That just connected with me because I need a hook. I need hooks. Tool doesn't always have hooks.
I agree, dude. Totally agree. A Perfect Circle like his work with that band way more. I appreciate. I totally agree with that. Tool, when I was really into Tool, I was really into Tool, and now it's like I like them and I appreciate them, but I'm not going to sit there for 16 minutes and listen to a song anymore. I'm sorry, like to get like 2 lines of lyrics.
Fans of Tool are kind of make it hard to really love Tool. Like people who really love Tool, you're like, these people are weird, man.
No, those are the people that try to gotcha. They try to put you in gotcha moments. Yo, dude, what's your favorite band? I really like the Deftones. Deftones fucking suck. Tool's the best band ever. What's your problem? It's like,
yeah.
Well, okay, champ.
I mean, obviously Tool is fucking great, but yeah, I don't listen to him a lot. But yes, great band.
I mean, I don't know if any band's the greatest band ever because it's such a fucking.
It's all relative to what you like. Who cares?
Yeah. So we need 2 more. You guys got, because I'll leave. Well, I'll throw Miles up there.
How about well, you said Miles Kennedy, and I want to tell you, I saw Miles Kennedy with Slash, and he does all those Guns N' Roses songs way better than Axl does. I'm like, and it was a ton of fun. But I want to. How about a guy named Chester Bennington, who, a guy like. Where he could scream and you could, make you feel, and then he could also bring it down and just sing and really make you feel emotion too. So,
I agree. That's a really good one. I was thinking of. I was thinking of him and Howard Jones. Those are two that I had on my backup on my reserve here.
Right.
We got plenty. So here we're gonna start this shit. Okay.
Cool.
This fucking.
Should have said John Mayer. Damn.
Well, hey, I mean, like it's too
Put
late.
up a parking lot.
Too late. I'm sorry, sir. So we're gonna decide right now who the best singer / frontman is, according to the Stone Dog Show tonight, because it could change fucking tomorrow. And fuck you. All right. Here we go. First matchup we got.
Liking Gabe after we do this.
First matchup. I just fucking just yell at people sometimes on this show. I'm sorry.
Mostly me.
Here we go. We got first matchup, Shane. All right.
Michael Jackson and R. Kelly.
We got Chris Cornell, and he's got a 3-balled mace. Okay. He's fucking coming out into the arena. And he's fucking getting ready to just fuck shit up. And here comes Jason Butler swinging down from the rafters. And he's got a fucking butterfly knife. Okay? He's like, you know what I'm saying? Who wins this fight? And it's not really a fight. I mean, as far as singers and
if it's a literal fight, I think Jason Butler would obviously win this one.
Cornell would be like, I'm fucking out.
If they had to have a sing-off, this is a different conversation.
It is. I just got carried away. Sorry.
I bet Jason Butler could fuck up somebody with a butterfly knife.
He probably could.
I wouldn't fight him.
I mean, all right, Shane.
You got to see how literal this is. Come on, guys.
Based
on skill set.
Yeah, based on skill set, I'm going Chris Cornell.
All right, got one vote for Chris Cornell.
Why didn't we nominate Chris Brown from Trapped? We missed an opportunity here, guys.
Because that's your favorite artist.
Man, I did not set up the guitar tonight. I fucked up already.
What's your vote, Wiley?
Cornell.
Okay, 2 for Cornell. Dan, you got a vote?
It's got to be Cornell, yeah. On singing ability, he's going to kill it for sure.
Well, that only moves him along. But ATG, who would you vote for there?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, it's just unfortunate for Jason. He got thrown up against Chris Cornell.
Yep.
So, bye-bye.
It'd be hard to beat all around, but yeah.
Yep. All right, next we got. Oh, this is interesting. Here you go, Shane. Brian Johnson versus Chino.
Ooh,
that's pretty.
That's a good one. That's a good battle.
Depending on when you were born,
All right.
this could go either way.
Are you an 80s or 90s baby?
For sure. I mean, because there's some old heads out there that'd be like, fucking Chino's trash. You fucking kidding me, bruh? You kidding me? You know what I'm saying? I got to go with, oh, man. Personally, Chino. I got to go Chino. ATG, what do you got? Chino? Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I mean, it's just preference because, AC/DC was a little before all of our times, so I don't think any of us probably like AC/DC more than Deftones, but yeah, it's got to be Chino. He's awesome.
I mean, the first time I heard Thunderstruck was fucking awesome.
It's definitely classic, and it's bigger than what Deftones probably ever has done or will do, but yeah, for us, it's a different impact on us. So
the fucking
that's how I learned to play drinking games, Thunderstruck.
The fucking 500th time I heard it off some douchebag's fucking motorcycle radio, that was like not the coolest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, God damn it, Wiley.
Yeah,
all right. Chino moves on there. All right, hey, ATG. You know Jeff Buckley, right? You know who that is?
I don't think so.
You know the guy, the song Hallelujah? That's what everybody knows him from.
Yeah.
He's not the guy who wrote it, but he did a cover of it. And it's the one everybody knows. Right?
Okay.
So you got Jeff Buckley.
Should have did Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die against Jeff Buckley. That would have been
street fight style.
That would have been fun. Never mind. Sorry. Go on.
Is that the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say As I Lay Dying or Every Time I Die?
Every time I die.
Oh, I was like, because As I Lay Dying would probably just pay someone else to try and kill him.
Yeah. He would win, but yeah.
Sorry, was that?
I've toured with them a lot, both of them a lot, but yeah. I toured with As I Lay Dying right before he went to jail. Technically, we shared a bus.
I have friends
Our
that
buddy-
work. Go ahead.
I was gonna say our buddy Sankus.
Yeah.
You know,
Is there?
whenever Sankus and I meet up, and whenever he's on tour, we meet up. The first thing he says is like, "Don't be a fucking asshole. No fucking Limp Bizkit's comments about this." And I was like, I'm like, man, calm down. Don't get so pissed you kill yourself. Like I just keep making death jokes and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you should hire somebody to do that for you. And he's like, fuck up, man.
Ooh.
We love Tim.
All right.
Tim is a good man. I don't know the ins and outs. But
Right. Shit happens.
He's good.
Oh, he's a good dude. He's like the nicest fucking guy I ever met. I just do it to make Brian or Sankus feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If
You want to make another joke, don't you, Gabe? I was trying to clean this up.
See, I mean, if Shane's gonna kill his wife, he's just gonna give her the back half. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do anything else. Oh fuck!
Oh, playing
That's
the back,
right, folks.
Playing the back nine.
Only here on the Stone Dog Show, Shane's dick jokes. All right, ATG, Jeff Buckley versus Lane Staley. You know Lane
Okay.
Staley, right?
I can't call it
He's like,
because I
"Oh,
don't.
shit."
It's all right. I don't blame you. Dan?
I was never a huge Alice in Chains fan, although I was a 90s dude. I loved Nirvana and I still love Pearl Jam, although a lot of people make fun of me for loving Pearl Jam, but I would have put Eddie Vedder in there, but too many people have ripped him off and ruined that Eddie
He's
Vedder
playing
voice,
on man.
so,
I can't.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, as far as like, that's hard. Neither of them are like in my wheelhouse of shit that I listen to much, but Jeff Buckley's probably like classically cooler, and I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. No, somebody else choose first.
I'm going with Jeff Buckley in here.
Have to.
It's my pick. So
Yeah.
Shane, who you got?
I'll go, even though Dan said it too, that, you got to include Jerry in there because of the harmonies and everything. But that Alice in Chains Unplugged set is one of my favorite things ever. So I will say Lane Staley.
Okay. Well, fuck you, Shane. Wiley?
It's Lane.
No, he's going to go Lane. Shit.
Oh, my God.
Not us.
Lane shit.
Well, I know more Alice in Chains than Jeff Buckley, although I
Okay.
do respect Jeff Buckley, but I'll go Lane Staley. I'm gonna
I
shut you out
understand.
there. I'm gonna shut you out.
He's kind of like an eclectic kind of a, you got to fucking know who he is, and then you have to be interested. Like,
Yeah.
you have to like that kind of music because a lot of people, some people aren't going to like it, like all over fucking some weird acoustic shit. I totally understand.
Yeah, I respect it, but I don't know it well enough to vote for it. So.
We got next matchup here. Here you go. You got Zach from Rage Against the Machine against Jack Black.
Ooh, dang,
ATG, you got to pick here, bud.
that's
Man, that's hard.
The GOAT or
I'm gonna go
Cool
for
Rock.
who I've seen live, and I got to go with Jack Black.
Oh, okay.
totally missed it.
Are you Steve gluing me right now? Is that what you're doing? I mean, I love Jack Black, but really?
I know,
Dude, I fucking love Tenacious D.
because it's off of frontman, right? I can't really judge off. I've never seen him live. I'm sure if I did, my answer would be different.
I got you.
Jack Black's amazing live. He is. I've seen Tenacious D
Crazy.
live, and I have
Yeah.
not. I've
too.
never seen Rage actually, but I was supposed to this year, but fucking End of the World happened. So
Yeah, Rona. Shane, who you got on this?
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
damn, aggressive, bro.
Yeah. I'll say
All right.
Zach.
Okay.
Yep, it's me too. It's my pick, so I gotta say that.
So two for Zach.
Although Tenacious D is fucking awesome, but
Yeah.
if you would have picked anyone else against him, I would say that. But nope, it's gotta be Zach.
Well, to prevent anyone from having to hear Wiley talk, I'm going to go ahead and I'll pick Zach too, so we can move on. Jack, I'm sorry, Wiley. I love you.
I don't know why this isn't like all my St. Louis friends like favorite podcast like just ever because it's just making fun of me for 2 hours. That's
Yeah,
all
pretty
it
much.
is. So, and Shane.
Shane, don't let him play the victim. He's a fucking dick. Like, seriously, I'll tell the story again. I was like, hey, man, like, when I first started this, I'm like, what can I improve? And he's like, well, you fucking suck, rookie. Like, this all, fuck you. You're a bitch. And that's it. That was his only Facebook reply.
He went Major League 2 on you, and he told you to get off the tracks when the train's coming through, boy.
He went Ken Griffey Jr. on me, dude. Just fucking. All right. Here we go. Christian from Blindside versus Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge.
Fuck.
God, that's tough for me. Because, go ahead.
Have you guys seen that movie Rockstar with Miles Kennedy in it?
Fuck yeah.
Like, he's the one in the crowd that goes, stand up and shout, or whatever, and he outsings.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Story of the Year kind of knows him. Him and Slash and all of them, they all did most of their records and most of the Alter Bridge records with Elvis Basquette, who did our third and fourth record.
What? I didn't fucking know that. That's insane, dude.
So, like, we would be in the studio back and forth like weeks between each other, and so little tidbit of info there. But I don't know him well, but like, we've crossed paths a bunch in our time.
That's cool.
So who else was it? Miles and
Christian from Blindside.
Oh yeah, Christian from Blindside. Man, he had such a cool, like, weird, iconic voice at the time that nobody was doing that. It's like around like the Refuse time, and where people weren't like fucking doing that gritty, screamy, singy shit that, like, everybody did later, including myself. But I think Miles is probably a way better fucking singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever get to play a show with Blindside?
I don't think so. No.
They're back together and have a new single, by the way, if you didn't know.
They were over here around like the same time when you guys.
It was like 2002-ish. They were like doing a lot, and then right whenever we started touring a lot, I feel like they kind of stopped doing shit for a while. But then I guess I don't know. We might have did festivals with them, but we never met them or anything.
Yeah, sure.
Swedish dude, right?
Yeah. And dude, I'm with you. Like, Miles Kennedy, I fucking worshipped that dude for like ever. Christian is amazing to me because, like, he didn't originally scream, and maybe, I don't know, Dan, if you're the same, but he taught himself how to and started doing it, and then like was just like started doing this, and that's how they really started hitting it hard. And him as a frontman, I've seen him live a couple times and watched tons of video. That dude is insane. If you ever seen Blindside live, the guy is so fucking incredible. So it's really tough for me because I respect Christian a lot, but for how much I, like I said, used to worship, and I still really respect him. Miles Kennedy, I got to go Miles on there for me. Who you got, ATG? Do you know these guys we're talking about?
Miles Kennedy. I don't know the other guy though, so it's kind of unfair.
Sure. It's all right.
Miles's catalog is just, he's proven to be kick-ass. So
he's good.
And he's got to be one of the hardest working frontmen in like the sign. That dude is in everything. He's in every band at some point in time.
Like, whenever the album that meant a lot to me, I know you guys don't care, but if anybody does care, fucking Alter Bridge, the second album. The first one was still like kind of Creed-ish, and like, it's not that I didn't like it, but I was very much kind of trying to get out of that, state. But Blackbird, their second album, was where Miles really started bringing his own stuff into the mix, own guitar stuff, and also bringing his own vocals in, like his own lyrics too. And that album just really so much influenced my guitar playing in the beginning. And not that I solo like them, not at all, but like their progressions and how they, like, dynamics and all that stuff. Like, a lot of my earlier bands, I was trying to mimic some of that. But so yeah, Miles moves on because fuck you, Shane. All right. Here's one. This is gonna be tough, guys. Prince versus MJ, number 23.
Fuck.
6-time champ.
Wow, that's a perfect matchup right there.
All right, who you got?
It was my dumb joke. Yeah.
Yep. Can we start with Donald Johnson? Hey, Donald, what's your fucking pick?
On my iPad, it won't let me change my name. It's very aggravating.
Johnson, Michael Jackson.
Listen, man, this one's fucking hard because, like,
Can we call you DJ?
I tried to get that as my name when because I lived in this one little town when I was in like third grade and the fourth grade. I moved to this other town, and I was like, dude, it'd be cool. Like I was DJ now, and it didn't stick. Everybody's like, I know a guy that said your name was Wiley. What the fuck are you saying? I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
DJ
So, DJ Tanner. This one's very tough because, like, I definitely either one of those musicians, I would not. There's no way I'd be a musician or a musician had it not be for either one of them. You know, one of the things that I respect a lot about Michael Jackson is the dude literally like acapella the music that he would tell people to write. Like that shit was insane to me. It's like, this is the way that I want the song to sound. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me figure that out. And I just thought that was cool as shit. Like, who the fuck? Like, a lot of people don't do that. And I just thought, you know, especially when I was learning music, I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But then you have Prince that can literally pick up any instrument at any time and play it better than you could ever play it. Both incredible singers. Michael Jackson is probably the better singer overall. Like, if you put them both off and said sing off, like, I think Michael Jackson probably have the chops to maybe throw some extra vibratos in there or something like that and leave Prince slightly in the dust. But I think that watching Michael Jackson live would be so mind-blowing. I think Michael Jackson's my choice. I have to talk myself into these hard ones. I'm sorry. Michael Jackson's my choice.
Got to talk himself to the hard ones. First time we ever heard him say that. All right, Shane. Who you got on this?
34, not 35, not 15.
Well, and also to what Wiley's saying, you know,
Don't encourage him, please. Don't.
Michael Jackson is doing all that while dancing all over the stage all night long too. You know, like one of the best dancers ever. So.
Shimona.
It's choreography though. Like there's 20 other people behind him doing the exact same dance.
Yeah,
but he wrote a lot of that choreography. Like he created a lot of that.
Okay, that's true.
Dude, I can't dance like that. You fucking kidding me? I can sing all day, but I can't fucking dance at all. Like,
yeah.
Can't either.
but
you see me on stage with you, ATG, like while you're rapping, you see me, I'm just like, okay, okay.
I wouldn't know what to do either. Don't feel bad, Gabe. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's Gorilla J's move. Do that again. Sorry. All right, Shane.
I'm gonna go Michael Jackson, man. I saw this DVD of like him live in somewhere, I don't know, whatever town it was, and he's watching people like in the front row like black out and be like carted out by the ambulance and stuff, and like, you know, just like, it's insane the reaction that people had to watching him.
That's pop star stuff though.
Yeah.
Here's the story to hear the creepy crawl. Same shit happened then too.
You know what's kind of crazy though? They both probably had the best Super Bowl performances of all time.
Yeah.
It's another crazy thing to think about.
Yeah. Some good ones.
It actually started raining during Purple Rain.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, dude, that was insane.
God damn.
God. And then, you know, Michael Jackson when he launched out the scoreboard, like at the LA Coliseum or whatever, he launched out that scoreboard and started off.
He stood there for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes, something like that.
Oh yeah, he must have built that suspense. Yeah. That's what makes
No, he's all like, wait, I have to go 15 minutes? Well, I only have 13 and a half minutes worth of material. What do I do?
So Shane, you voted MJ?
Yeah.
Wiley, who was your vote?
It's Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Dan, who you got on this, man?
I don't. There's no right or wrong answer because they're both classically amazing. But I'm gonna just go against the grain and I'm gonna say Prince because I feel like he's just a little more badass, just in vibe, you know.
Sure.
And
that's what it sounds like when doves cry, man.
He deserves the love too. Although obviously Michael Jackson is classically amazing. But there's a couple discrepancies with his.
I've seen like there's some clip of like some stupid I forget who it was, but some pop star was up with him, and it was supposed to be like his time to take over the show. And she was up there just like trying to dance with him, and he like just stops and he's just like, "Get the fuck off the stage!"
He like fires the one guy on stage while he's singing too.
Yeah.
He's like,
Job that whole.
He starts singing "Job Gone." What you gonna do? It's like hilarious, man.
Oh man.
My vote comes strictly from Charlie Murphy's stories on the Dave Chappelle show.
Oh yeah.
Anybody for a game of basketball?
Game blouses.
Yeah.
Who you got, ATG?
Prince.
Sure. Damn, you guys gonna fucking put it on me?
Yep.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
That's the hard one.
Oh god, man.
Think about all the times that me and Shane have fucked you over.
Michael Jackson was great, and the bass line to fucking beat it is one of the best fucking things I've ever heard in my life. However, he did touch a lot of kids, and I'm not fucking cool with that. So, yes, he was awesome, but does that put him a rung below Prince, who did nothing but just fuck what he wanted to, and it was consensual?
Right.
None of us
gotta
are
go Prince.
Other thing is, MJ didn't write a lot of that music.
Well, what do you mean? He wrote a lot of the Thriller album, right?
He worked with who did he work? What's that guy's name? Oh my God, Barry Gordy? No.
It wasn't Barry. It was Gordy's label, right? Or
no,
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think you're looking at Scottie Pippen. I think was the
what's the guy's name?
Production tech.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he wrote a lot of that with the dude.
Okay.
Prince might have written with people.
I'm sure he worked with everyone. I can't think of the dude's name.
Let's keep it rolling here.
He worked with a lot of people, but he still wrote a majority of the music, especially the early stuff. I think Bad is when he started bringing in most of his producers.
No, oh my God, not Thriller.
It wasn't Rick Rubin, right?
First solo. Not Rick Rubin. No, damn, it's the guy I'm thinking about. He started off working with Ray Charles at first. Then he worked with Frank Sinatra. Had a brain aneurysm and almost died. Worked through that and then worked with Michael Jackson on his first solo album. Like he co-wrote that with him, and then like I think the album or two after that. I can't think of this guy's name. He's still alive today. Like,
are you talking about Quincy Jones?
Quincy Jones.
That's it, dude. Yep, Quincy Jones. Mystery solved.
Quincy Jones is the musical genius behind Michael Jackson, in my opinion.
From like Bad on, not like the early.
But not the Jackson 5 stuff, but his first solo record, he worked with Quincy Jones because they were on the set of that, like the black version of The Wizard of Oz together, and he was like, "Hey Quincy, I want you to do my first album with me." The Wiz. Man, thank you. You're like Google right now.
He's a pop.
I know a lot of very unimportant shit.
All right, next matchup: Maynard versus Chester Bennington. I gotta go. I mean, goddamn, I'm not gonna vote on this one. ATG.
Chester.
Yeah.
Wiley.
Chester.
Shane.
Chester.
I mean, Chester's amazing. Dan, I assume Chester.
Chester, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm a little biased, We toured together and
what?
We were friends. Oh yeah, Story of the Year did a couple months with them in 2004.
Huh, that's fucking awesome, dude.
It was the biggest tour we ever did, still have ever done. Other than when we toured with Deftones, which was equally as big. Not trying to be a name dropper and sound cool, but those are the two biggest tours we ever did. But
that's
yeah,
cool, man.
I saw Linkin Park took us on tour when we were like before Until the Day I Die had hit radio at all, which is partially the success of Until the Day I Die was because we were on that tour and it started getting picked up by everybody and it was insane. And then Joe Hahn, the DJ, he directed our second video for Anthem of Our Dying Day. So good times. So obviously it's Chester for me.
Did you ever get to hang out with the guys? I mean, because like sometimes like Cabo, I'm friends with those guys, and like I know they were on tour and they would get to hang out with different people different times.
Yeah, we hung out a lot. Like the very first day of the tour, they all came into our dressing room like separately. Like they were like, "Hey, let us know if you guys need anything. If anybody's being an asshole, just come straight to us." And they were like the coolest fucking dudes ever. Chester owned a tattoo shop at the time. He flew his tattoo artist out. I got like 3 different tattoos on that tour and shit.
That's so cool.
They were fucking awesome, man. They all had their own separate bodyguards, which was fucking crazy because we were like 22-year-old kids and we're like, you have bodyguards? Like, what the fuck is going on? But they would always, it was fucking awesome. Crazy tour.
That is cool.
16 years ago.
Well, Chester moves on. Shane's bodyguard is his dick. That's all he needs. Just so you know, don't come running at him because you'll get
Very
stopped.
firm.
6 feet distance, trust me, whether you like it or not. All right.
Yep. That's why he was so pissed off whenever the school or like when his job was like, dude, you can't be at work. He's like, dude, I know for a fact there was 6 foot distance.
All right. Dave Grohl versus Whitney Houston.
Oh, fuck.
God.
Yep.
Oh, that one hurts. That one hurt.
I dropped it.
That one hurt me. Oh.
Singer or performance? Or
This is just straight up, dude. Who you got, man?
Overall. Who wins overall? Fuck, man. Dave Grohl, 3.5 hour long sets, fucking running up and down the ramp. I don't think Whitney could have done it running.
I think in the long run, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave also didn't write like falsettos that went fucking 17 fucking.
She was so hot, too.
Dave will never.
Back in the day, God, she was so beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Dave will never outsing her. Obviously, that's not even a question. But
Screamer, though.
I would go with Dave Grohl because, like I said, Nirvana was my favorite band ever back in the day. So, you know,
And Dave never sang any like national anthems really, really badly. Okay.
Dave's a beautiful man as well. So
You get, so what was your vote, Dan? Did you say one way or the other?
I'm Dave Grohl. Yeah.
Dave Grohl. Wiley?
How will I know? No, I'm gonna go with Dave. That's a tough one.
Wow. Nice fake out. You got me.
How will I know?
ATG?
Wiley, didn't you cover that? Or didn't you cover?
I
what
want to so. No, I did.
you did acoustic.
No, I covered. No, I didn't. It wasn't Whitney, but it was Mariah.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
But I'm gonna now.
I'll probably go with the writer. I don't think Whitney Houston really wrote anything for real. She was just such an amazing singer and performer. I'll go with Dave.
Okay.
That's a good reason. That's good reasoning right there. I like that.
Well, Whitney loses then, but Shane, do you have a vote?
I would also say Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Okay.
I think I would more enjoy Dave Foo Fighters concert than
All right.
After 5 Whitney songs, I'd be done. But after like 30 Foo Fighters songs, I'm still like, can I have some more?
We're getting deep in the tournament here, okay? First
I'm not getting deep.
First matchup of the second round, Chris Cornell versus fucking Miles goddamn Kennedy. Shane, who the fuck you got in this fight? Shane.
I'm gonna stick with Cornell.
Cornell. ATG?
Chris.
Damn. Dan?
Yep. It's got to be Chris Cornell. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Miles Davis might be one of the, or Miles Davis. Miles Kennedy
Davis?
might.
Hello?
Miles Kennedy might be one of the few singers that could actually hold a candle to. Yeah.
I bet Miles would vote for Chris Cornell.
Yeah, probably so. You're right.
Yeah. Cornell wins this, but I think that if you were actually going to compare like active singers in the last 10 years,
It'd be Shane Presley.
At least in rock, yeah. At least in rock, those two would have to be two of the biggest names you say because he's fucking incredible. I used to think he was just a Scott Stapp wannabe until I dug deep, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is fucking incredible. So, but yeah, we know where this falls.
We do. All right. Prince versus Jeff Buckley. I feel like you guys are all going to vote for Prince. Who's not going to vote for Prince? Raise your hand.
I thought we voted Jeff out in the first round.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
Sorry, you suck, Shane. Pay attention. Fuck you.
Well, we'll vote him out this round then.
I think Prince has to.
We'll vote about this round.
Either way, you lose.
Shane's like, I'm paying attention. Did I fuck you over yet? No? Okay, well, go fuck yourself. Yeah. All right. Prince, I assume, Wiley, yeah?
Yeah.
Dan?
Yep.
Okay. Prince moves on. Next matchup on the other side of the tournament bracketa here. Look at this. My mom bought me this notebook for Christmas. I didn't know what the hell I was going to use it for.
That's how I always feel when I get a notebook. I'm like, what
right?
the fuck?
She's like, here, have some socks and a notebook. I'm like, and then one day I'm like, I need a notebook. God damn it. I fucking have a fucking notebook. All right.
How did she know?
All right. Zach from Rage versus Chester fucking Bennington.
Oh.
Dan, I'll let you go first, dude.
Oh, man, that sucks. Okay.
My feelings.
Oh, come on. Fuck. Okay, well, all-around vocalist, singer, Chester's more of a singer. Fucking great singer. I watched him literally every day for 2 months, and I don't think he ever hit a bad note. Like, it made me mad, and it made our whole band better at what we do. But
that's awesome.
Rage is, like, classically a way bigger inspiration on my life. I wasn't even a Linkin Park fan until we did that tour. Me and Ryan actually said no. We're like, nah, don't want to do it. We were trying to turn down 15,000 people every day for some fucking dumb reason, and then we did it, and I was like, whoa, that would have been fucking terrible if we didn't do it. So totally humbled me and made me realize I'm an idiot. So yeah, I'll go Chester. It's got to be.
Okay. Wiley?
It's really hard, man. I'm having a tough time with this one because like the lyrical content that Rage Against the Machine has, that Zach has, is some of the most profound and amazing stuff that's happened in my lifetime from a vocalist, the things that he stood against and made people aware of just through catchy music. There wasn't a lot of bands that were as obviously outward with their message, and that was just a whole new thing. I mean, there's the punk rock scene, but that wasn't as radio and commercial, right?
Well, I would like to say there would probably be no Linkin Park without Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
because they were doing the rap rock thing, first, like, on that level. So there would be no Linkin Park. But sorry,
I can see that.
No, you're fine. But I also don't know how I would have gotten through my fucking freshman year of high school without Hybrid Theory. Like, so I'm torn. I'm so fucking torn right here, and I don't know how to answer this one. Somebody else go. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Sorry, Shano, who you got?
I'll say Chester.
Oh,
tough call, but yeah.
Antonio.
It's tough, but I'm gonna go Chester too.
All right.
I'm kind of surprised that I even went Chester, but
Well, I'm just glad I don't have to vote because,
like, I think Shane said earlier, or somebody said after, when you meet people and they're cool, and like they have more of a personal impact on you in that way. So that's the only reason that edged it out, really. But
for sure, man.
That song "By Myself" off of that Hybrid Theory album, and "A Place for My Head," those two songs, I don't know, man. That shit kind of got me through that and the Papa Roach and Fest album. Between Angels and Insects, and like those it's like 4 songs.
This in high school,
dude. I wore large T-shirts and had black fingernails and ball chain necklaces with very baggy pants. That was me.
Yeah, you did.
All right, Dave Grohl versus Chino. Wiley, you're up first.
Fuck you. Jesus.
I
gotta choose Chino, obviously, but fuck you, man.
I didn't think about how hard this was going to get as it went on.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's the fun.
Oh.
Dave Grohl versus Chino. Come on, bitch. What you got?
Oh, bitch.
No. Fucking Chino.
I'm glad I can see both your hands because I was like,
I'm so glad I didn't offer up Dustin Kindrew and you fucked me on both of them.
Dustin's a good one.
HG, you got to vote while he's fucking having a panic attack down there.
Dave, bro.
Shano?
Dave Grohl.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Fuck.
I'm going Chino.
Fuck. I was Chino as well.
Listen, I love Dave Grohl. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Me too.
listen,
Oh my-
but it took
Dave
me.
Grohl's my hero.
My friend took me to a Foo Fighters concert because I didn't really care for him that much, and it's when the Pretender came out, and that tour or whatever, and we sat in the fucking top of the fucking whatever arena we were in, like nosebleed seats, and I watched this band, and it was like, holy fucking shit, this band is awesome. And so it's like, for me, like, he's kind of wanted, like, he writes songs kind of like my own songs, honestly. Like, a couple after I listened to like 4 or 5 of them, like, okay, I get this. You know what I mean? Like, that whole kind of style, like, it just wears on me after a little bit.
He knows how to write songs. You don't need hooks to be he doesn't even need vocal hooks for you to be caught on to what's going on drum and guitar wise. It's so cool how that works.
But Chino, dude, the albums, it's not that Foo Fighters don't have different sounding albums, but the Deftones have different fucking sounding albums, bro. Like, there's something for almost every mood I could possibly be in. I fucking love that shit. So I gotta go Chino.
I got Chino as well.
Dano, you got a voto? Yeah. We'll make Wiley decide.
Because Dave Grohl, well, Nirvana was a bigger influence on me first, but then Deftones was shortly after, you know, like only a few years. It was like 95 or whatever. I guess Nirvana was like 91 or 92. The first time I saw Deftones was at the Galaxy here in St. Louis.
What?
Yeah, in 96.
Wasn't that Deftones angle? Oh no, that was the different show. Never mind.
I think I watched that show on YouTube, like on a fucking VHS.
There was a Deftones and Glassjaw show there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was after that. But guess who opened? This is the Galaxy. It holds like 300 people or whatever, 400. Limp Bizkit was the opener.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the best part about it is me and Ryan and a couple other people, like a couple of the Story of the Year guys. We all showed. This is a long story to get to this into the story, but it's a fun story. We showed up. And it was sold out, and we didn't have tickets. So we showed up early and shit. We were like little punk ass 15-year-old kids, you know. And we were just hanging around, and Chino came outside, and we're like, "Yeah, dude, you're fucking awesome." We were just talking to him for a minute, and we're like, "Well, this show's sold out. We can't get in." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool, dude. I'll put you guys on the guest list. How many you guys need?" He fucking put us on the guest list as like little fucking nerdy kids because the show was sold out, and it was like, you know, one of the best shows ever of all time. And then we told him that story, you know, in 2006 when we did Taste of Chaos with him. And he's just like, yeah, that's cool, man. He's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, of course I did that 10 years ago. So in that case, since as I was going on personal relationships, he's fucking awesome. And I'm going to have to go Chino.
That is fucking awesome.
That one hurts. That one's hard.
Do you guys know who Sonny Mayo is, right?
Yeah. Former guitar player of Snot in Seven Dust.
So it was nothing as cool as that story, but this is a story of a time that I was hanging out the side of my friend's car drunk, and we drove by the venue because we were going to see Seven Dust, and Sonny, it was when the next tour when Sonny was playing with him, he's outside the venue, and I was like, hey, because I like just realized who it was, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, you're Sonny Mayo, and he's like, fuck yeah. Yeah, I always remember that. Anyway,
remember that time that I had to have you come on stage and sing part of the Pretender with me because there's no fucking way I could have hit the vocal part when he's going on and on. Or wait, no, that wasn't the Pretender, was it?
It was.
What song did you sing with us? Was it the Pretender? Yeah,
I think it was the Pretender.
Yeah. What if I say I'm not like you? Yeah, that part I had to have you do whenever we did the Foo the City night. You guys did 9 Inch Nails. That was a good fucking night, man. Foo the City. And you had to do the Pretender because I can't sing that song.
So Wiley, who would you vote for in this?
Chino. Yeah, it's Chino.
Just making sure. All
right. Fuck you, Dave Grohl.
No, not fuck you, Dave.
You've had enough in your life. Today
I'm so sorry, Dave.
All right, here we go.
If that ever gets out to him, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
This is the fucking semifinal matchup here. Okay, Chris Cornell against Prince.
That's funny because, as Shane alluded to earlier, the Nothing Compares to You cover, like Prince and him both having done that.
This is gripping podcast. Fucking entertainment.
I'm just mad at who you keep pairing up to each other. You're putting two iconics together too early.
Well, Shane always pisses me off, so this is me pissing you off. Okay. So who you got in this? ATG? You going Prince? Or you going Chris Cornell?
That's tough.
You're right. It is.
But man,
Look at the wall for a minute, just to
I know, man.
clarify.
Give me Prince.
Damn! Drop the mic. One for Prince. Shane, who you got in this, buddy?
No, this is one of those coin flip ones, just like that last one. It could very well change tomorrow, but being that I, again, just listened to the Audio Slave record, I'm going to say Cornell.
Damn. It's getting fucking hot and sweaty and sexy up in here. Dan, who you got in this?
Weirdly enough, I would never have listened, other than the singles that Audio Slave put out, I've never heard Audio Slave in my life, although I was a huge Rage Against the Machine fan and a pretty huge Soundgarden fan. But at that point, I was kind of over it. But I like Prince and all, but Chris Cornell had a way bigger influence on me vocally and musically, so it's got to be him. I mean, I know that Prince is more badass all around in life, technically, but Chris Cornell was bigger as an influence for me, so it's got to be that.
Okay. Wiley?
Cornell had a 4-octave fucking range. I think, didn't Prince have like one better or some shit? I don't know.
I like making you decide because you're like literally sweating. Like you're gonna have to change your drawers after this shit, dude.
I
because,
care
like, you just...
about music. This one, I care more about this one that you did tonight than any one you've ever done. Like
I know you've like adjusted your head like 16 times.
Restaurant mascots and fucking action stars. I'm like fucking boo, like whatever. But this one bothers me. Like it matters at the end, like right, like what. But
yeah, it matters. The fucking Stone Dog Show, #1 show in fucking St. Louis. God damn it! Soon the fucking country, and then another country. I haven't decided which one yet. Might be Mexico, might be Canada.
So you're #1 over Rock Paper Podcast?
I mean, we're right there together. We bring each other up. That's what we do.
Right there together.
I'm gonna go Cornell.
Cornell.
Does anybody listen to that Unplugged record he did in Sweden?
I don't think I have.
It's incredible, man. That's what sold me. Like, I mean, like obviously I like it all, but that like him and his vocals and a guitar and like it's pretty incredible.
Here you go, Shane. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park versus Chino. Because it could be Chester from down the street from you. I'm talking Chester Bennington.
Chester the molester.
Chester's picking.
Not Chester that has like a Ferrari that hasn't worked since like 1986. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go Chester Bennington. He's a lot more part of my life.
Okay, I'm going Chester on this one too. ATG?
Chester, for sure.
That's 3. Now it's again.
31. We don't have to vote. I would have said Chino, only because like all the other shit, they wouldn't. Linkin Park also wouldn't have existed without Deftones. But they were both bands that I toured with, and I love both of them dearly. So
it took me.
Chino was first in my mind. So
it took me a little bit to come around to Chino. Like Linkin Park was somebody I listened to early on, and I just like really latched on to that. Yeah. And I originally I was like, this is Deftones, because again I was like very sheltered growing up, so I was like, Deftones, this is too heavy, this is scary. You know what I mean?
I think I might be the oldest one here. I'm 39. I'm almost 40, and Deftones was like prime. I was like 15, and I was like, "Fuck yes, this is fucking awesome." And I didn't like most of that shit. I wasn't like I was into like faster punk rock shit for the most part at that point, like NoFX and Bad Religion, as you see back here. And I definitely was not into like the Christian side of music, so Deftones was like, fuck yeah, this bridges the gap of punk rock and like new metal and the way that world was working in the mid 90s, which later is what Linkin Park was doing too. But, at that point I was a little older and it wasn't the same. But
I think like you're saying though, it's like that stuff hits you at a certain point, you hit it at the right time. And I think a lot of us that, like Wiley was talking about freshman year and stuff, like when that, we're all mid-30s there and hit that Linkin Park record, Hybrid Theory, drops, and you're like, totally changed everything for us in high school.
Well, but at the same time, White Pony hit around the same time, and that was also one of the most influential albums in rock music ever.
They're all good, yeah.
My gateway to that music really was POD, because when Fundamental Elements of Southtown came out, you guys know that album? You guys ever listen to POD?
Yeah, very well. Very well.
I can keep my story going because guess who else was on that Linkin Park tour that I did?
No way.
POD, yeah.
That's so cool, man.
It was Linkin Park, POD, and Hoobastank, and we were opening. So, quite the fucking tour.
Yeah. God, Hoobastank made one album in particular, the one that had The Reason on it, I really fucking liked.
That
album was great.
It had just come out when we started that tour, and The Reason wasn't out yet. And by the end of the tour, like 2 months later, that was like the #1 single on fucking Top 40 radio. So they blew up in the middle of that tour, and it was fucking insane.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that's fucking awesome.
But I respect the Chester moving on because I'm fine with that. But Chino would have to be my vote. But music connection is all about timing in your life, like all of it. It doesn't. There's no right and wrong. You can't say like, well, you're stupid because you're younger than me. You don't get it. It's just about how it connects with you at that time in your life. That's just that's how music is.
It's true, dude. There's a podcast that I don't listen to all the time, but it's the Dave Glover Show, because when I was growing up, it was like on a conservative radio station that my brother and my parents would turn off when his show came on because they said he was too liberal. So it's somebody that I started listening to, and if you listen to his show, like he's in his 50s, but he has people in his show that are like in their 20s and stuff like that. And it's just a mix. And when they do this kind of like stuff, if they put bands up against each other, whatever they're talking about, it's always fucking Kiss and fucking the Beatles and, the Who and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, like you're saying, Dan, it's not that those bands aren't great. It's just that we missed out on that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like earlier when AC/DC was in the mix. It's like, obviously a great band, but they didn't connect with us, probably any of us, on the same level as all these bands we're talking about now. So
sure,
doesn't make anybody better or worse. It's just how it connects to you.
Sure, it just makes me better than Shane. Next up, Chris Cornell versus Chester Bennington. Here we go.
Ooh, wow! What a fucking turn of events!
I knew that's what it was going to be.
That just got controversial.
Wiley's ass just puckered so hard. Did you?
I'm talking about the whole conspiracy theory about the two of them.
There's a lot of that shit going around.
Me and Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Chris Cornell and Chester. Gotcha. Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, dude, who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know. So I don't know. I just don't know. But out of this group, I gotta go, man. Oh, people are gonna fucking think I'm crazy because, like we were just talking about, I'm sure Chris Cornell meant maybe even more to people because I feel like radio was such, like, when Linkin Park hit, radio was still a thing, but like when Soundgarden was around, radio was really still a fucking thing, and I feel like maybe more people might have been influenced by Chris Cornell, but Chester Bennington influenced me more, so I gotta go with Chester.
Same. I got the same vote.
Same?
Come on, Dan.
Chester?
Yeah.
Jameson shots?
Before we get there.
Much respect.
I think I agree that Linkin Park was more socially influential.
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 They were more. It was more of a lifestyle thing with them. I mean, Soundgarden was like just technicality and fucking badassery, and the way he fucking sang was amazing. But Linkin Park connected with people on a different level, and they still do, you know. So yeah, I'll go with Chester too.
Yeah, man. Because okay, so take this. I sang along to The Day I Tried to Live one time, and I got it right. I nailed it one time. However, let me tell you something. If I had to do that like 12 times in a set with songs like that, there's no fucking way in hell.
Yeah.
That dude was insane. You can fake it for a song. You can do it for a little bit, but that dude did it for years. He was fucking insane.
There's that song, that Audio Slave song, What You Are, where he kind of fucking went stupid, crazy high as well. I don't know if you guys remember that song, but it's unbelievable. I don't know how you guys are not voting for Cornell here, but it's fine. You can be stupid.
Thank you, Spaceman. Fucking appreciate it.
You're not
I think Chris Cornell is probably a better musician, probably a better singer, but the connection was different with Linkin Park, like I said.
So we got, do we have 3 for Chester?
You know what? You know what, guys? Hang on. You know what? In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, my God. Well, okay, so to be formal about it,
Nailed it.
the winner of this Tournament of Death, this was a long one, but it was a good one. We got Chester Bennington coming out on top, just like Shane does, and walking away and never taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Chester Bennington wins the Tournament of Death on episode 19. Damn, it's been a fucking lot of episodes.
I didn't see that one coming.
Didn't even see
Neither did she. Right, Shane? All right.
I thought you were gonna say neither did he.
All right, so here. I want to keep this train rolling. Don't want to keep you guys up all night, okay? But before we go to the break, man, I have ATG. I mean, dude, we've been friends for a couple of years now, and I've had you on the show before. And we've really dug into, you know, interviewing you and stuff like that. But you do have a lot of stuff going on. So before we head into the break, I just had a couple questions, dude, because I mean, just going through your work lately. I mean, you got so much shit coming out that I know you've been working on. I mean, you had like your solo stuff that you just put out, that album. And you also have like the new Discrepancies album that you guys are building up to putting out. For me, like, I just wanted to talk to you about your lyric content right now, because it just seems like, because my favorite song on your new album is Chill.
Okay.
And it's like, it's not that I don't like everything else. It's just that when I heard that song, it's like, dude, you're a good man. And your lyrics are always about being a good person and a good man. Well, also, you know what being a good man is? Being a good man or a good woman or whatever, like whoever you're with is fucking putting it on the person you love sometimes, dude. And that's what that song is about, like, for real.
Wow,
and it's
that's dope. That's your favorite song? It's one of my favorites too. That's wild though.
Yeah, it's cool because, like I said, it's just it gives a different picture of who you are. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're still, and you even like, you say in like one of the verses, you like put on my respectful hat. You know what I mean? Like, so you change it from being dirty to respectful, but it's just a fucking great song. So I wanted to ask you, dude, with everything that you're putting out right now, it seems also like you got more of an edge too. Like you just kind of been through a rough couple years. So I mean, like, tell me what's been up with you. Where's this stuff coming from on the latest albums?
I mean, a little bit of everything. I'll try not to take too much of your time, but I mean, a couple, like, right after I put out my other solo album, my father passed away. Then we go ahead into trying to work on the new Discrepancies album, and there were some issues going on, and we finally started getting some traction. And then Matt got sick again during that, and then we ended up losing Matt during that. And like finally, when like things we're trying to start to put things back together, the pandemic happened. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we had plans to tour like crazy this year and finally get this music out. Like, cause this album's almost to the point to where it's old. You know what I mean? To us, it's new to everybody else, but we've been sitting on these songs for a while now.
Sure.
So, I mean, just during the downtime, I've just been writing my own music and prepping and trying to figure out the best plan to roll with the punches and get this new Discrepancies out for everybody. For sure.
What I know that you mentioned it before, I think, but have you released the song that's your favorite on the new Discrepancies album yet? Or is there one still that you think's coming out that's going to just fucking blow people away?
I think we just announced it today. Crawling Back. That's by far my favorite song on the album, I want to say. Okay, I'm not going to say by far, but it's my favorite song for sure. And just several different – I just think it's probably one of the, like, best songs we've written. Maybe not as far as, like, content-wise, but it just sounds really good. And there's some vocals from Matt on there, like, that are kind of mixed in too. And it's just that almost there is, like, alone enough for it to be my favorite song.
That's awesome, man. That's what I know that you guys have mentioned that before. I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard that some of his vocals are in it. Matt Amelung, much love.
Yeah, man. I when I heard thank you for your time the first time through that, man, I'm just like Waterworks. Man.
Yeah.
It's that was a tough song to get through to listen to, just because I'm as a friend and a fan and everything else, I know the story, and it was a tough one, but beautiful song. Yeah, man. I mean, your album that you just put out solo, Memoirs of a Broken Poet, right? Is what it's called.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, every time you do something with Ryan, it's good. You got 2 songs with Ryan Chaney on there, who we all are friends with. We all know Ryan. He's been on the show too. Those are great. I mean, it seems like to me, and I mentioned this too, whenever Nelly came up, he's the last person I can think of that like brought up a crew. Besides, like, I can think of like Puff Daddy back in the day with the Family. You know what I'm saying? Like
with the Family.
Dude, you're fucking doing it. And I was like, somebody needs to do that now. I'm like, oh shit, HEG did. Like, cause even like I was on your last album, and then I know you got another one coming out because we're working together on something.
Yep.
So, and that's, dude, also what I wanted to talk to you about lyrically, because you've always inspired me. I mean, me like doing stuff solo was because of what you were doing. It was just like, oh shit, yes, I just need to do this by myself and fucking try it. But the lyrical content is just, when I originally wrote, and Dan, we'll talk to you about kind of your writing style too, but when I started writing originally, it was much more, I feel like you're writing now, HEG, and it was just kind of like just honest, and not so cryptic sometimes. And that's what I'm liking about what I'm hearing. So that's it, like in that song that you sent me that we worked together on, those lyrics mean something to me. And it's like, I just was going through a lot of different shit. And like I told you, it took a lot of time for me to come up with that, because ever since like the stuff with George Floyd happened in particular, since then, everything is just fucking cranked up so hard that it's like, I was just fucking depressed and mad and just like didn't know what to feel for a while, till, like I said, I started snoozing the news and snoozing fucking different douchebags that, like, I'll find people on my timeline, I'm like, I don't even fucking know who this guy is. Why the fuck is this? Why am I reading this? It's pissing me off. I don't know you. It's like, because they add you because of music or something like that, and you want to be nice, and it's just like, dude, I don't fucking know you, and all you do is depress me. So like, bye,
Peace. Yeah.
But go ahead, Shane. Sorry. I
was going to say, I think Maybe is a good one to tie into that also. There's a lot of political content in that song, and it kind of I felt like really captures the mood right now, what's going on in our country, and big shout out to Lacey on that one too. So
for sure,
I fucking love Lacey.
If you don't
She's
know
incredible, dude.
If you don't know, Lacey Corbett, I mean, Apollo's Daughter is a band, but I mean, look up Antonio the Great on Spotify, on anything like that. This guy has put out a lot of great work, like I said. And if you know me, if you know us, we're friends. If you don't, you should know who this person is. He's fucking awesome. I want to take a quick break. What's that?
I was like, you don't got to do that.
No, dude, no. It's true.
Dude, you're one of the hardest working motherfuckers I've ever met in my entire life, and it's very, very inspiring.
Hey,
yeah. The only person I have on the show that I don't want to have on the show is Shane. That's it. And Steve DeClue. Steve DeClue, fuck him too. But HEG, if it's okay with you, I want to play Smoke Check.
Oh, for sure.
On the break. So we take a little break here. We're going to gather ourselves. Smoke Check. You got Larry Smiley Boy Hall, and Mr. Gorilla J featured on this song. It's a badass song. Check it out. Come on back, because when we come back, we're going to dig into some Dan Marsala goodness. All right? It's going to be juicy and sweaty and fucking awesome.
Yo.
So come back on the Stone Dog Show right after this.
Yeah, can already tell. Some want me to fail, but I wish the best for you. Some get mad if I can't respond fast. Like I've been neglecting you, some throw fits when I turn down gigs. Like I'm disrespecting you. I got a kid, I got a wife, I got a job. Just like the rest of you, don't get it twisted. I love this attention. This business is wicked. I can't always kick it. Yo, this is me venting. I'm trying to transition. I made this decision. Now I gotta live it, but lately it feels I've been misunderstood. My homies, they want me to chill. Damn, just wishing I could. Wishing I could. I've been under pressure and overstressed. It ain't over yet. I've been some haters, but I coach the rest with no regrets. Use my platform to promote and rep. Not overstep. Showed y'all nothing but respect. And yeah, they said we acting like we made it. Nah, we on the road. Too many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated. Yeah, but you should know whenever we fan the flames, we ready for all the smoke. They said we acting like we made it. We on the road, so many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated, but you should know whenever we fan the flames. You know, you know, you know.
Hey now, who wants smoke? Put it down with another dope quote. Line up and line up, precise in this rhyme position like I'm spitting like my name's just Stro. Lock of the target, the hop on the heart to a lock it to rock with the bears. But it is said with your chest all dropping. Some think that I made it, stop your past. I'm still climbing them rakes like a rocket did. The albino kid raps fast like tech in his primal spear. But I won't quit. I'ma out-rap these twits with a little bit of hard work. Outmaster these pieces of the plasters, blasted these bastard the beats that crash like thrashers in the back of before wrapped up after this wax. Without a chance of forward laughter. Some say that I'm backwards, but it's a passion they lacking and it's really sad. You say you second a dollar, then claim it, but you bother about a K that's from the pavement. Just say that you hate it. Say.
Nah, we on the road, too many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated. Yeah, but you should know whenever we fan the flames, we ready for all the smoke. They say we acting like we made it. We on the road, so many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated, but you should know whenever we fan the flames. Yeah, you know, you know. Y'all make music and that shit's cool, but it ain't got no heart in it though. We fan the flame cause we ain't the same at all. We ready for all of the smoke. Can't be fucked with, so who want what, bitch? Line them up all in a row. We wrap circles around these squares and it's all just to tell them what they already know. They don't really wanna bar out? Nah. Yo, tell me what you know about searching your soul and rapping your heart out, huh? Yeah, too much work, huh? Y'all brother call out until you get called out. I'm just giving you game. I don't know everything, but my homie got his ears to the street, smiling what they say. They said we acting like we made it. Nah, we on the road, too many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated. Yeah, but you should know whenever we fan the flames, we ready for all the smoke. They say we acting like we made it. We on the road, so many mountains to climb. Don't know which way to go. They say we move so calculated, but you should know whenever we fan the flames. You know, you know, you know.
Not a magic pill that you take. No.
I saw one of my friend's bands from like way back in 2003. Somebody uploaded their music.
You had friends in 2003, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. They uploaded somebody uploaded their music to Spotify and iTunes and everything like that. Put it all up online, and they didn't do it. And they don't know who did it, and they were like, "What the fuck's going on?" So one of the guitar player, he posted a thing online about like, I can't believe like this happened. Who the hell put our music online from 2003? Oh my God, what the hell's going on? And most people started saying like, oh my God, somebody's stealing your royalty. Somebody's stealing all your money. I'm like, yeah. All 4 songs uploaded have less than 1,000 plays. I'm sure they're real pissed over 32 cents. Like if people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, we don't make money off of music. like playing online. It's 0.003 cents per play.
Dude, I get a check for like $50 a year from CD Baby.
I make enough money on my my TuneCore account to renew my catalog for the next year. So like, it's insane.
It's a sad life we live. But here on the Stone Dog Show. Welcome back, by the way, to the fucking Stone Dog Show. My name's Gabe Stroop. I'm the fucking Stone Dog. This is my show. It's not Dan. I just want to let you know this is not Rock Paper Podcast.
Okay? Fuck! I don't know which one I was on. I'm off.
Right. This is because there's way too much fucking Jesus-y bullshit going on Rock Paper Podcast for me. This is the fucking Stone Dog Show. So welcome, sir.
Not fair. It's not fair because Shane's been trying to get me to do his for like 5 years.
And now he acknowledged it. Oh, that's awesome.
Didn't expect that, did you, Shane?
I think it's actually been 6. So
no, he was like, when I told him, I was like, hey, Dan's gonna be on the show. Like, can you do it? You know, can you record this day? He's like, what the fuck? I've been asking Dan for like 5 years.
Well, the difference is Wiley's kind of relentless. He's like, well, can we do it Thursday then? I'm like, well, fuck, I guess, yeah.
Well, that's what I told him. Yeah, I'm like, dude, this is not. I don't have like a fucking bat phone that rings Dan Marsala, man. Like,
so Shane, hit up Wiley, have him redirect to me, and he'll convince me to do it on a day.
Listen, ever since I recorded songs with Dan, like I get everybody that I don't know is like, hey man, can you tell Dan to call me? I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening right now. That Dan recorded my music. I'm friends with him. Whatever. Leave me the fuck alone. Somebody literally asked me 2 days ago, hey, we're opening this theater in Carterville, Illinois. We want Story of the Year play. Can you give me Dan's number? So I went to your Facebook page, your Story of the Year Facebook page, and I copied the booking contact and I pasted it, and that's all I fucking said back.
Sure, that's not accurate.
There you go.
It's not a bad move, dude.
Yeah. None of us have looked at Facebook in like 6 years, so I assume that's wrong.
Yeah, dude, if you check your Facebook, I've sent you like probably 3 or 4 messages since like 2012 or something.
It's the PSA to all the people in the world who send me messages on Facebook. I'm sorry.
No, it's nice of you to make time to be on the show, dude. I appreciate you doing it.
Very happy to be here, and I will gladly do everybody's thing all the time. I love this kind of shit. It's just,
oh wow,
it's hard to schedule things sometimes, you know. So whatever. It worked out tonight. Here we are.
No, thank you, dude. I wanted to talk about actually how I originally heard about your band, right? Which is Story of the Year.
Yep.
Originally Big Blue Monkey, right? That was the name.
Yep.
Were you in that band?
I was.
And you played drums, right?
In Big Blue Monkey originally, yes. Okay. This is a good segue for what I need to talk about anyway. Story of the Year just started a podcast as well. It's called the Page Avenue Crew podcast. Nice. The first episode is actually live right now, but we're not announcing it till tomorrow. I don't know when this comes out. This might not come out for a couple days, or is it like right away? Whatever.
It'll probably be a couple weeks.
Okay. So it'll already be out. So Page Avenue Crew podcast, go listen to that. The first episode is all about our history as a band, and we explain it all from like the mid-90s of me and Ryan meeting. We had a band called 67 North. There was our first band, which was basically a Rage Against the Machine cover band because we would just play Rage songs and shit. And I was a guitar player, and so was Ryan. And then his little brother was the bass player, and we had some other friends who were drums and bass. Then we quit that band, and me and him started Big Blue Monkey together, me and Ryan from Story of the Year. But we didn't have a drummer. At first, I was going to play bass because I was always a guitar player and a singer, but we just couldn't find anybody else. So I could kind of play drums, and it was like, well, fuck, we don't have a drummer. All right, fuck it. I'll be the drummer. You be the guitar player. We'll get our friend John to sing and our friend Perry to play bass. So that was Big Blue Monkey in 98, I guess, is when we started that. We did that for a couple years. Eventually, we kicked our singer out. I became the singer, and we got Josh Wills to be the drummer. Then we got Adam to play bass. So as a 4-piece, Big Blue Monkey was the same 4-piece that Story of the Year is right now. For like 2 years, we were a 4-piece with the current lineup of Story of the Year. And then later we got another guitar player named Greg for a year, got signed with him in the band, blah, 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 Story of the Year. We changed our name to Story of the Year. Did a bunch of stuff, kicked him out, got Phil Sneed in the band right after that, blah, blah, blah. And then, so that was the brief, quick history of Story of the Year's origins there.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I heard Big Blue Monkey, I think it was the Point Essential CD that you guys were on. And I think Razor Blades was the song that was on it.
Yeah, that would have been when I started singing, yeah.
Okay, so, I remember, like I said, because I grew up very sheltered, listening to Christian music, this was really when I was listening to just everything. I was finally on my own, you know what I mean?
You were a real heathen by this time.
Yes. And I went and saw you guys at Point Fest then with my friend Pat Gibson, and someone fell in my fucking head immediately. And I think you opened with In the Hero Will Drown, and it was just like, holy shit, this is insane. It was just a lot different than anything I'd ever seen. And also, like, you as a singer, you're really like somebody that helped me get out of my rah-rah-rah-ness, you know what I mean? Like, I don't sing like you. Like, I don't play that style of music, but I like a lot of different kinds of music, you know what I mean? So, like, hearing you and seeing, you know, how you did things, you not only influence, like, vocally, but also the way you guys perform. Like, I'm not as energetic, obviously, as you guys are, but I would play in bands with guys that, like Wiley, you know what I mean, that would be fucking doing the backflips and trying to swing the guitars around their necks and doing all that crazy-ass stuff that's fucking badass, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to actually be able to talk to you about it. One thing I wanted to ask you, too, is a story I heard way back in the day is that you guys actually snuck on a tour bus. Was it John Feldman? Is that who it was?
Yeah.
And that's how you got signed? That's what I heard back in the day. Is that actually true?
Very true. I think this is in the first episode of what we of our new podcast as well. It was our other guitar, our middle world guitar player, Greg Hopt, great dude from St. Louis. He was in the band briefly, but he had joined the band right before that, and we won a contest to play Point Fest as Big Blue Monkey, and we fucking opened the front stage at like 10 a.m. You know, this is 2002, I believe, maybe 2005. It was one of those years. But yeah, we played at like 10 a.m. Goldfinger was one of the later bands in the day, and like, you know, The Used had just come out, and John Feldman had produced that album, and it was like doing really well, and we're like, fuck yeah, fucking Gold. I was a huge Goldfinger fan either way. So, Greg, our guitar player, we had a VHS, like, DVD. It wasn't DVD. It was a VHS, like, highlight reel of, it was called Ape Shit 2001 is what it was called, because we were called.
So good. It's so good.
It's what the story of the year, like Live in the Loop, Assassins DVD became later. A lot of the footage is on that. But we were always, like, jackass shit. We were doing all the dumb shit. And we were like, our music's all right, but we're really fucking weird and funny, and this is going to get us there. So we had this thing, and Greg snuck into their bus, on Goldfinger's bus, and I think he put it in the VHS, you know, like the player. What the fuck did you call those things?
The VCR?
VCR. Okay, kids, listen. Back in the early days, there was these big-ass tapes with fucking things in them. So I think he actually put it in the VCR and, like, snuck out, and I think he left a couple around. Just randomly, they were like going to the next city, and they were bored enough to watch this fucking VHS tape of us, and they're like, these guys are fucking hilarious. And John Feldman's manager called us like a couple weeks later, and we had moved to California within these 2 weeks. We like rented a house in California as a band, all moved there. We lived there for, you know, a while, but yeah, they called us and they're like, hey, you want to go on tour for 2 weeks? Because we think you guys are funny. And I was like, fuck yeah, we'll go on fucking tour with Goldfinger. And then, you know, he ended up getting us signed to Maverick, and he produced our first record and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, very true story. All
That's
because
fucking crazy, man.
Our old guitar player, Greg, snuck into the fucking bus and got us in. And then
So,
we kicked him out.
So think about that. I mean, like, that's crazy. That's just one of those moments. Like, do you ever think about that? Like, hey, what if that never happened kind of deal? Like, I'm sure maybe you guys would have made it just fine, but
We would have had, yeah, there was other things. We did a showcase for Drive Thru Records. At that point, Drive Thru was doing pretty well. You know, it was like Newfound Glory and Finch. I don't know if anybody remembers Finch. I know Wiley does.
Yeah, dude.
Like the Starting Line, all those bands were all on Drive Thru. And we did a showcase, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys are pretty good. You're just not ready yet." So they turned us down, and then luckily that worked out for us because then Maverick signed us like 3 weeks later. But
think fucking labels of Deftones. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of buzz going, and we were getting all this shit happening. It was working either way, but that just was the one that worked, and it was fucking. That's just how it worked. It's awesome.
I have a.
And then the replacement guitarist is now the Goldfinger guitarist.
Yeah. Well, then Phil Sneed joined later while we were recording the record, and then now he's in Goldfinger. Weirdly enough, but that's because Feldman is just always stealing band members from every band he tours with to be in Goldfinger. So
It's cool, man.
That's just how their band works.
It's a fucking cool story. Like, I had a guy that produced a band I was in years ago, and he shopped us to Warner Brothers, and he told me that they said if it was 10 years ago, this guy would be a millionaire, talking about me, but they were like, but rock and roll's dead. That's what they said. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, fuck my life.
if my band would have got signed and had the same success that we had 10 years before we had it, I would be a millionaire. But instead, I just live in North County and I have like a normal size house. So
it's fine.
Fine though.
It's a good existence.
Hey, there's a gold record in that shitter right next to you.
Does he have it?
It's in the bathroom. When you're peeing, it's directly to your left.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking be proud of that. That's awesome.
I keep that in the bathroom just for my friends.
So if you're sitting down crapping, you just look to your right.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot.
So back then, because I had some other stuff to ask you about how you guys started, but if you got a podcast about that, what's it called? The Page Avenue podcast? Is that
Page Avenue Crew podcast.
Page Avenue Crew. I'll save some of that because I got plenty of other stuff to talk to you about.
People need to know these things. It's all good.
Well, okay. So one question I wanted to ask you. This is probably, you guys don't talk about this, but when I listen to a song, I am kind of literal sometimes, and I try to put myself in it. So like when you're writing Anthem of Our Dying Day, okay, were you on a rooftop literally? Like what was happening in this song?
I was gonna say, were you on Ludes?
Like, yeah, because I'm always like, because did you write it when you were recording out there? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That part is kind of literal. Like I said, we moved to California as a band, and we were in this 3-bedroom house, but we had 8 people living there, between us and like our few friends that moved with us. And so we would go sit on the roof, like me and Ryan and whoever, we'd sit with acoustic guitars and like just jam on the roof. So that was kind of a literal, like just like a little tidbit of, I don't know. It was, Ryan actually wrote like a lot of those lyrics. It was kind of a collab between the both of us, and he had written like all this like weird shit in a journal, and I just stole it and I like started fitting it all to the melody that I already had for it. But I think he actually kind of wrote that line because he would go up on the roof every single night and just play guitar, and that's how a lot of those songs got written on that first record. But so a lot of that record was like our experiences of being a local band in St. Louis, moving to California, trying to start over, and then like making sense of what the fuck we were doing. And yeah, that song is kind of all in that world in a metaphorical way.
Sure. Oh, now let me ask you this, because it's something I thought of when you were talking about it. I didn't know that you guys recorded with Elvis Basquet.
Yeah.
That's one of my like favorite producers, dude, because like I said, some of his work with Alter Bridge, what he does with their guitars and everything, I'm just like, holy shit.
It's awesome,
and
yeah.
So was that like the Black Swan, that album? Like which albums were that?
Black Swan and The Constant we did at his like beach house in Virginia. It's amazing. Alter Bridge was there a bunch too, like in between us recording. It's like an hour and a half outside of Richmond, so it's in the middle of nowhere. So you like fly into Richmond, you rent a car, and you drive an hour and a half to the beach, and there's nothing. There's like no fast food within a half hour of you, and so you just live in this beach house for like 6 or 8 weeks is what we would do. And it's like the most amazing, just artistic experience ever. And I don't know if it reflects in the music or not, but it's like one of the best moments in all of our lives, was just living there for 6 weeks and then creating what would become the Black Swan. Then we had to do it again just to do it again, and then The Constant came out of that as well. But yeah, fucking he's amazing. He doesn't have that studio anymore. I think he's in Florida now, but yeah, he's been still doing a lot of Alter Bridge stuff and everything that comes along with the Miles Kennedy stuff. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that guy's fucking badass, and that's really cool because it gives me it explains why some of those guitar sounds are so badass, to be honest with you.
And he's amazing with guitars. he is a beast with the guitars.
Some other things I wanted to ask you. So, talked about some of your earlier lyrics. Your approach to writing back then, like, has it changed throughout the years?
It's an always evolving process,
So like writing now, I know Ryan sent you a bunch of music. Is he still collabing with you, or are you more often than not now just kind of writing what comes out?
Now it's the last couple records. It's just he'll write music and then I'll write vocals, and that's it, you know. And we don't involve everybody else a lot anymore, because we used to be a band who hung out 24/7, who you sit in a room and you jam together until the song's done, you know, 40 hours a week, and you make sure you're a fucking band. Now we all have multiple children and we're grown-ass men, so it's more of just sharing files and ideas, and then we send shit back and forth. Like Wolves, our last record, was 100% the same thing. He would send me probably about 30 demos. I would record shit, send it back. The rest of the band barely heard any of it before we recorded it, so it's just kind of one of those things, and it worked, so we're kind of sticking with that formula right now. But
the fucking the video for Miracle, and just your whole, like, the artwork for Wolves, the fucking video that you guys did, and I think it was the one for Miracle, where there was a video that you did at one point where you just basically said, it looked to me like you just set up an LED wall and just put like some fire on it, and it was fucking awesome.
I think that was Bang Bang, the first single off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did the Arch City, I believe it's called, and they have all that crazy shit. So we just set up a fun little setup, and we did a bunch of. We were thinking like more like lyric video shit, but then it looks so cool. We were like, fuck yeah, let's just do the video here. And then the Miracle video, Jordan Phoenix did that, and he's fucking awesome, and that turned out really cool. We wanted to make it like a weird 80s horror movie, and which was kind of the theme of the whole album, you know. But we wanted, I don't know. We wanted to have like a cool visual theme with that whole record, but it was, it was the same time like Stranger Things was really cool, and we were kind of doing that 80s throwback thing, which is kind of cheesy now that it got overdone, over the last few years, but.
Kind of, but there's like
cool. It was fun.
It's still dope. It's so dope.
Yeah, there's a lot of underground retro kind of movement going on right now.
Yeah.
There's like, do you know retro wave music, like bands like the Midnight? You ever heard the band the Midnight?
I don't think so. No.
It's just like, I'm into all that, and I was gonna ask you if that album Wolves had a lot of fucking 80s, kind of retro influence, because it definitely seemed like it. Obviously.
Yeah. Well. My favorite singer of all time is Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Like Motley Crue and Skid Row and Poison and that kind of shit was like really what got me into music. Although we were talking earlier about like Nirvana and like the 90s grunge scene was when I started playing guitar and like learned how to play music. But I was super into music really young. So I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, shout at the devil. I was like the opposite of what you were doing,
Oh yeah, dude.
Like I was all into Motley Crue. Like when I was a kid, I had posters on my wall and I was like, they have so many tattoos. I gotta fucking be that guy. And then I manifested that one and made it come true. But
that's badass.
So yeah, that late 80s metal scene was like always weighed heavy on how I love music. And so, I'm, like I said, I'm a grown ass man. So yeah, all those 80s movies were very influential on all of us as well. So yeah, we just thought it'd be fun to kind of do that vibe.
It was cool. It's got to be, and I was going to ask you as well, like, you sing for the Fuck Off and Dies as well. So where did that band come from?
That was, it started around the time we were recording The Constant. Greek Fire started at the same time. We were all kind of like, we got to try some different shit. All of us, Ryan and Phil started that band, and I started The Fuck Off and Dies at the same time. But it was kind of just an accident. It was like, well, I love like 90s punk rock, like just like pop punk kind of, like I said, Epitaph Records kind of shit, like Rancid and NoFX and Bad Religion. So that's always been my favorite shit. So I wanted to start something completely different than Story of the Year. Something that was stupid, that I didn't have to fucking worry about, that I could just fucking play dumb shows. I wanted to play small shows again, really, is what I wanted to do. Because Story of the Year was so big that we had only played the pageant in St. Louis for like 8 years straight. It was like I hadn't played any other venue. So it was like, so we started that band as just a way to get back, reconnected with the local scene, more, and it worked. It's a fucking dumbest idea ever, but very fun. We drink a lot and we don't worry about being good, and it works. Somehow.
It's fun, man. That's
cool. We've ruined Wiley's life multiple times.
I think I got to see one of those very early on shows. Kind of got wind through some friends, and but I see you guys saw Fuck Off and Dies and Greek Fire at Foo Bar.
Yeah.
And again, like you're saying, just being in a small club like that and getting rowdy was a really good time.
Yeah, none of us had been able to do that in St. Louis. You know, like we did it other places around the world, but we hadn't played Foo Bar ever. You know, it was like I'd been there.
Oh, dude, listen. Whenever you came out, or you guys came out with Page Avenue, seriously, number one, I started to try to scream, which was a bad idea because I can't fucking scream. And then my friends were like, they wanted to start a band, and it was like because my first band was called Reconcile, and it was like seriously like a Creed imitation band. And these guys were like, hey, you can play with us if you prove that you're not going to sound like Creed anymore. And they made me record like to their songs on like a 4-track in my bedroom just to make sure that I wasn't going to sound like fucking Scott Stapp anymore. So yeah, dude, you guys influenced especially this fucking city in a big way.
Yeah, I think we kind of ruined the scene for a couple years because I think like 2005, 6, I think everybody just wanted to be Story of the Year.
Yeah, everybody
probably annoyed half the fucking city, and they were probably like, fucking, I'm so sick of Story of the Year because that we were besides The Urge, before us, there was not a rock band that was doing what we were doing from St. Louis, you know. So, I know how that all played out, and it's fine now because the scene has evolved, and you know it's not only Story of the Year bands now, so it's really good now. But yeah, we pissed a lot of St. Louis people off for a long time.
Anybody on the GTP Inc. back in the day?
I remember
the
that
old website before we had all the Facebooks and the stuff. Man, there was like a fuck Story of the Year thread like constantly, and it was always refreshed. Back whenever boards, like message boards, were really popular because you didn't have your regular social media, and there's just like fuck Story of the Year. There's just like a thing.
Punk, man, STL Punk. That was what I was on. That's the first time I heard
That's
about
everybody
was STL Punk. That was the shit. Dan,
sophomore, so they say Story of the Year.
I mean, I kind of do it, but like we were fully touring by then, and I didn't care about anything, you know.
Dude, that exploded. That was like a pre-MySpace everything. That was MySpace before MySpace. It was crazy. But we won't fucking harp on that here. We got plenty of other shit to talk about. I wanted to mention, we did kind of already talk about it, but you fucking you have your spot at Encapsulated. You said you're not doing a ton of work there at the moment, but you have that spot, right?
Yeah. I record things here and there, but I'm kind of picky about what I want to do. Sometimes.
Sure, which I get.
I record Wiley, so you know.
You do, man.
I'm not that picky.
Everything I've heard though has been good. Like really good.
I'm still learning shit. Like we were saying earlier, Matt Amelung left us a little while ago, and that opened up a spot there. The Fuck Off and Dice had a practice space there for like 10 years now, so you know I was there from the beginning. I've known all of them forever. And Mike Jones, the dude who runs Encapsulated, he was like, look, we have this opening. I don't really want to get a random guy to come in here. He's like, do you want to record more or not? And I was like, yeah. I was like, maybe. I was like, it's worth it for me to just, you know, pay the amount that we need to pay every month just to have the spot for when I do want to. So, because I was doing it at my house in this basement, which on the other side is kind of like more of a studio spot, but it's harder to have people show up at your house, strangers and stuff, all the time. Wiley's For the City's recorded at my house a few times, but
I'm sorry.
You know, so yeah, I record there sometimes. It's fucking awesome. Encapsulate's a magical spot. Antonio knows. He's been there a lot.
Yeah.
That
I loved recording there. I loved it.
Go ahead, Shane.
I was gonna say that Ryan Chaney Shelter track turned out really nice.
Yeah, we did that there. Super awesome. He's a fucking amazing talent.
Yeah.
He makes me mad because he can sing way better than me.
Well,
all right. Now I'm being drunk and honest, so you can get a good.
No, it's fine. So like, I'm not as big of a fan now, but I used to be a huge wrestling fan. So like, growing up, especially, like, just super into it.
Yep.
Christian's theme song was Story of the Year.
Yep. How
did that happen?
That was very random. We had a friend named Ben something, and he was working for WWE at the time. And the song that was his theme song was already his theme song, but it was sang by a woman-fronted band. I can't remember the fucking name, but it was like the similar version, but it was already a song. because they all the WWE guys have this one guy who writes every theme song. So it's like this dude already had written the song and it was not going to change the song. So they offered us like a small amount of money. You know, it was like whatever, it was like $5,000 or something. Like, hey, if you guys record your own version of this, we'll pay you $5,000, but we need it by like 3 days from now. And we were like, okay. So we were all sitting at home, and we booked with Jason McIntyre at what is that, Sawhorse? Is that his?
Yeah, Sawhorse. Yeah.
This is like 2006 or 5 or 6 or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, we went in, like, learned the song in like 24 hours, went in the studio, recorded it, and then sent it off to him. And it was just random. We weren't wrestling fans necessarily. Just kind of random, got an offer and did it.
So on stuff like that, I've always
then we don't make any more money off of it because we didn't. Yeah.
Because
it was a one-time payment. Like, here you go, record it real quick, and then that was it.
I'm like, holy shit! If they get paid every fucking time this song plays, like, Jesus.
That's why this guy who runs the music department there, he writes everything because he knows he's going to get money off of that shit. And it's cool.
I can't remember his name, but he's been doing that for WWE and F for like 30 years.
I think they got another
Mike
guy now.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
I used to know the name because all of the publishing shit said his name on it. Yeah. He hasn't monopolized over there. He's doing good, or he was. I don't know.
Cool. And
yeah, we got a lot of weird shit like that. You know, it's just like, you want to do this real quick? Sure.
Dude, the first time so I've obviously known who you were for years. I never actually got a chance to meet you or talk to you or anything. And the first time that I actually got a chance to say anything to you, like, and it's not like, I'm not from, like, Dan Marsala is the fucking, oh my God. I'm just saying, like, I just always was like, hey, Dan, what's up, man? Like, nice to meet you.
I'm pretty fucking cool.
I was like, I walked up to you and it was like a moment where Ryan was standing there. I think Wiley was there and ATG was all there. And I had like my phone. I'm like, hey, Dan, can you take a picture? I'm like, and then later I'm like, that's the fucking first thing you say. Like, you fucking dumbass. So, like,
was that Blueberry Hill?
yeah, because he goes,
oh, goodness.
Dan goes, no, he goes, yeah, dude, but first I wanted to say, like, good show. And I'm like, dude, you were a fucking
yeah, but hey, good set, good set.
But no, so it's actually,
that makes me feel good. At least I was nice about it.
yeah, of course. No, because I, like I said, just one of those moments where you, like, play it over and you're like, that was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So it's actually nice to meet you for once and talk to you.
Of course.
Now, I know that we're actually having this conversation partly because fucking Corona started, right? And like I started doing a lot of different things because my job at the time was just gone and it's still not back, right? Which was like live events. So we talked about how that's like affected music in general and how it's affected you and your life in particular. What's been your plan and what is the plan going forward for like your camp?
Well, suicide is an option. Just kidding.
Suicide is painful.
It's
Not really. You're not alone.
I know. I mean, it's like, you know, obviously I'm kidding, but
Was that a Discrepancies like throwback just then?
Yeah, you're not alone.
the plan. I don't know. Like I said, we've had to cancel a lot of things that we had in the works, but it's been kind of good to just focus on writing music, and we're kind of fortunate enough to be in, like, we make a little money even if we're not touring, you know, because we've had, we've put out some records and we get a little bit of money from that shit still. So
Old records.
Old records, yes.
Back when you made money
17-year-old
from it.
records.
Yeah.
So touring is not our only way that we will make money or that we do make money, but like I said, we just started doing a podcast. We're going to do a Patreon. We're going to do all this new shit that, you know, we're all evolving in this world and trying to figure out what the fuck do we do. So we're trying to be proactive and figure it out, because luckily we all live in St. Louis together. We were just talking about this. We just signed with a new management company as well. So we got all this stuff working, but they were talking about how a couple of their bands, they all live in like separate cities. Like one person's in Hawaii and one person's in fucking LA and one person's in Florida. And it's like Story of the Year has this advantage where we are from St. Louis. We all still live in St. Louis, and we can get together and just fucking hang out and get work done. So it's cool. You know, we're going to figure it out. Like I said, there's no reason to ever be jealous about anything that anybody else is doing. Just learn from people's success and try to follow suit.
Well, and also too, I mean, it's a different world now than it was even in fucking. So, I'm glad we got that show in January, ATG, because when the fuck is the next time that we were ever going to get a show to all play together?
It's so ridiculous.
Like, that's insane to think about. I mean, like, you know, me, ATG, Wiley, Dan, Shane, we were all fucking there that night. Like, how much has the world changed just in that many months? So, Dan, this is kind of totally hypothetical, and I'm not saying, like, dig down deep and let's fucking spend an hour on it, but, like, because I feel like we all at least grew up with a dream that was kind of seemed obtainable of being like a, you know, rock star, quote unquote. If you're starting a band in 2020, Dan, and you're not Dan Marsala, you're fucking Chester that lives down the street from Shane, right? With the fucking 83 Ferrari that hasn't worked since 83.
Leonard.
Man.
What's your first, give me your first 5 moves if you're starting a band right now.
It would be the same as it was in the beginning. Because I always kind of just thought if we worked hard enough, we would have success. You know, it's like if you try hard enough and you're good enough, you're going to have some success. I never thought that Story of the Year would become nearly as big as we did, or like still be a band almost 20 years later. You know, I never expected that, because I'm not like not a delusional asshole. But it would be the same fucking thing. You play music because you like music. So start a fucking band because you want to play music with your friends. Who gives a fuck if if anything happens out of it? Just write fucking songs and have fun. If you have expectations from the get-go that you're gonna be the fucking next Axl Rose, then you're fucking you're not gonna do anything. It's not gonna work. You have to play music because you love it. And if you are truly good at it and you truly believe in what you're doing, you're going to have some level of success. It's that easy.
Right on.
Wise words.
It's a good answer, man.
That sounds like what you should say, but that's just genuinely like how I've always seen it, you know?
Well, I mean, and here's it might be, and this is not me fucking trying to be like self-gratifying or something like that. Like, I continue to write music because I really do feel like I have to sometimes, because like I feel like I can't, like, just something's fucked up in my head and I'll be like, what is it? And I'll write a song and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But like,
Jesus, that just hit me real weird.
I haven't broken any kind of fucking, like, especially with my solo stuff, like I've not done anything to where I have any sort of big following, anything like that. So it's like in that position, like, you got to do it because you love it. And like you said, Dan, I mean, like, if you're not, why the fuck are you doing it? You know? Yep. If you're not doing what you're feeling, the fuck are you doing, Shane?
Exactly.
It's just music. And I mean, we all love music on some level. What makes you love music? That's what you should be trying to do. Don't try to be fucking successful and make money. Try to create something that makes you love music. You know, like the reason why you listen to a song, you go, fucking, that's the best thing I've ever heard, or you fucking tear up because you're hearing the fucking best lyric you've ever heard in your life. Aspire to do that. Don't aspire to make millions of dollars, because fuck that. Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, man, I agree. I mean, it's part of why in my stuff that I do in my own, like, which I do, write everything, but then I'll have ATG come in. I have a couple times, and I have like Dubflow come in, because growing up, dude, DC Talk was my jam growing up. I don't know if you know who they are. Fucking,
I mean, I know the name.
Yeah.
2 badass singers and a fucking guy that couldn't rap, but he did rap. You know what I mean? So like,
wheel around like marmalade jelly.
I love that shit though. And I'm not a rapper, man, but I love, like, I'll write a bridge and I'm like, this is for a fucking a rapper. I just need a rapper here. You know what I mean? And now, like, I specifically hear, I'm like, this is ATG, this is Dub, this is Gorilla J. And it's just so cool. So I'm to the point to where, like, I'm starting to, dude, I would love to, and I realize nobody has time, okay? But if I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted to do right now, I would just write music and have, like, make a band with a couple rappers and just, like, let them fucking rap over it, and I'll sing every once in a while. But just, like, I don't know, I'm just in that kind of vein at the moment. I don't – but, yeah, I agree. Dude, especially right now, I mean, just do what you feel like doing, because nobody's doing shit at the moment in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, like we said, that's what the Fuck Off and Dies was let's just make music for fun for ourselves, 100% for ourselves. And it's so dumb, but who gives a fuck? Why don't you do that? I mean, time is an issue always for everybody, right?
Yeah.
You have the time to be creative in the ways you want to be creative, but yeah, you should do that project. Obviously, why not? Fuck it, you know.
Some of us have kids.
Yeah, I know. I do
like
have.
Wiley.
I have multiple children, so it is hard even for me to figure out time for this. But yeah,
Shane's got
no kids.
But okay, last couple questions there for Dan about Story of the Year and Fuck Off and Dies, dude. Give me, and it might be hard for you, it might not, but what's your favorite song to perform live?
When you were talking about that with Antonio a little bit ago about like favorite songs and shit, I don't know, that evolves every fucking week, every month, especially if you're on tour. Like it's like, oh, I love this song today, and then 2 weeks later you're like, fucking whatever, I don't care about that song. Obviously, well, like Until the Day I Die there was years where we hated that song and we didn't want to play it anymore, which is fucking weird to me. Like in 2004 we had played it like 400 days in a row or whatever, you know.
Sure.
So it was like, you know what, I'm fucking over it. And then like 5 years later you're like, wait, this is like a real song that people really connect to, and then you get that energy from the crowd. So that's always going to be the closer of the show, and it's like the biggest, best moment of the show. So, you know, that's fucking special. Now the big songs make me the most happy live, but back in the day it was like, no, you got to listen to my heavy shit. Like, you better fucking like And the Hero Will Drown. We're going to shove it down your fucking throat. And which, you know, works too. But I don't know.
The old MTV Live at Hard Rock or whatever?
Yeah, Hard Rock Live, yeah.
Yeah, that shit, like, you guys started that set, you're like, dick! You know, it's kind of like, oh,
yeah, we just
keep watching.
Yeah, but I remember guitar players from St. Louis were creaming themselves over that set, dude.
Yeah.
Did somebody like do a flip and like so the other person jumped over it? Like I don't remember.
Yeah, that was back when Phil and Ryan were still doing the back rolls. Like they were rolling over to each other's backs and like
yeah. We stole all that shit from Poison. No joke. That's in Poison videos. If you go back and watch like Nothing But a Good Time, like their actual video, they do that shit. Like, we stole it and nobody knew that was like where that came from.
Dude, you're fucking totally right. Oh my God. I didn't think about that till just now.
Yeah, that was, like I was saying, that was like half of the inspiration for half of our early shows and stuff. It was like hardcore bands like Snapcase or like a bunch of like weird straight edge hardcore bands and shit that like they were doing like the guitar spins and shit before anybody in our world was. But all those dumb fucking choreographed shitty moves, those were all Poison and shit.
You know how many guitar players of like that played in bands with me got wireless hookups just so they could try to be like you guys?
Yeah. There was
Hi.
There was not a lot of bands doing that at that point.
And dude, like I said, like it's not like I love like what you guys do, but it's like I could never be that or do that. So I never tried too hard to do that. I did when I had hair, I did try to make a little mohawk, which was really fucking sad. Or a faux hawk, because you had that going on for a minute or something like that. Yeah.
I went through all the phases of that one. Yeah.
We're all guilty.
Yeah.
No, we're not all guilty. Don't fucking put me in with you assholes.
We don't try to do too many of the weird choreographed dumb moves anymore, but because a lot of that it became a lot super cheesy after a while, you know. But
I mean, it might have been cheesy, but that shit was what inspired dumbasses like me and every other fucking 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kid out there that was like, oh my God, did that guy just flip on stage?
Yeah, right.
Did those two guitar players just do flips? What the fuck, you know? Like,
because that's a thing. We got to jump around a lot, kick ass. But
well, you guys still jump around a fucking lot, and I hate you because you're a little older than me, not a lot, but a little bit, and you still do it like it's fucking easy. And then I go out and I clean off my back porch, which is like 5 by 8, and I'm out of breath and tired and sweating. So,
we haven't played a show in like 8 months, so I don't know. Maybe we can't do it anymore.
That's what you guys bring energy to the show, obviously, like we're talking about, but you also alluded to The Urge, and
oh yeah, hell yeah,
Steve just turned 50 and he still runs around like a madman on stage, and like
he's also built like fucking Terry Crews, so like what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
he's so pumped.
Make his titties bounce.
Let me tell you something. I like those guys, the guys in El Monstero. I've worked for Logic, which is the company that handles all their video stuff, right? So like in all their lighting and all that shit. So like I've gotten to hang out around them, and I wasn't impressed at all at first. And I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, who the fuck? And all their crew would be like, oh, these guys are coming. And like, I don't get the acting like anybody's God, because nobody's God. Like, just fucking listen, like, be a normal person. It's fine. But then, like, I'll work with these guys, and you listen to, like, Pizzoni, and you get to be 5 feet from him playing drums and warming up and playing for fucking goddamn 5 hours. Like, these guys are fucking animals, dude. Those guys are fucking amazing at what they do. It is incredible. So it's like, but at the same time, you know, I'm not saying you guys are going to start the next El Monstero, but, like, not just you guys, but like us, like we're going to do different things. And someday El Monstero won't be around, but we'll have the opportunity to do cool stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because eventually too, I mean, the world's not going to be shit forever unless Shane keeps doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely take it down.
So Dan, I know you get,
I still got my podcast coming soon. So
I have 2 requests for you, dude. Dan.
Yes.
First off, please never be on Rock Paper Podcast. Okay. The second one,
just keep saying next week.
The second one, I know that you have a lot of bands asked to open for you guys. Okay. So I hate to be the douchebag, but this is what I want to ask. Don't ever let Wiley's band open for you guys.
He already did.
Hey, it's too late.
He already did.
But never again. Never again, I promise.
I knew you thought I was going somewhere with that, and I just wanted to nail Wiley really good. So thanks for anyway. What I want to do now, if it's okay with you, dude, my favorite song off of Wolves is Miracle.
Mine too, man. Mine too.
Like the video for it, like I am a sucker for that shit. So is it cool with you if we play that video on the break?
I love that. Do it.
All right. And then, so what we're going to do, we have we're going to play a quick game of Stone Dog Trivia when we come back. Dan, if you can make it, you're welcome. Antonio, if you can make it, you're welcome. If you guys got a jet, I understand too. But sweet, party all fucking night. All right, we're going to be right back.
Let me get a beer.
We're going to let's listen to Miracle by Story of the Year, and come on back. We're going to have some Stone Dog Trivia time right after this.
Walks out here with 90 pounds of food, look like a goddamn doomsday prepper, but I'm maxing out because I brought some clean shit from my house. Car? Gotta get my car. You guys gonna stay here? No, I'm just gonna ride.
doesn't need this more than you'll ever know. A silhouette of who we are tells me I'm not where I belong, but we're too often dying young, dying young. I need this more than you know. I need a miracle. Tell me I'm not alone. Please don't let me go. I need this more than you know. I need a miracle. Tell me I'm not alone. Please don't let me go. I need this more than you know. I need a miracle. Tell me I'm not alone. Please don't let me go. Please don't let me go.
In there. Yeah, you guys sent me like or Matt sent me a track, and it was like I don't know if it was you like just kind of rapping it or yelling it or whatever, but it wasn't like fully screamed. I was like, what do I do? And he's like, I don't know. Just fucking
I don't know.
do whatever you want. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking scream it real fast. But it's kind of like rapped to where it was kind of hard to scream it like that. But I figured it out. It made it sound cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That was fun, man. Now look at us.
I know, right?
Now we're all on the computer together.
Now we're all best friends,
Hell
Files
yeah.
are in the computer.
except for Shane.
Yeah, fuck Shane. See, I'm on your side now.
Me
He
too.
gets it.
That's what he
gets it.
does. He garners sympathy. That's what he does. And it makes me fucking sick. Okay? All right. Welcome back to the Stone Dog Show. My name's Gabe. Who am I, Shane?
The motherfucking Stone Dog.
That's right.
Who?
Motherfucking Stone Dog.
What?
And tonight, we're bringing back an oldie but a goodie. We haven't played Stone Dog Trivia in a while. This is one of my favorite games to play on the show. Okay? How this works, I'm going to give you all the rundown. Okay? ATG, you played. Wiley, you played. Dan, you have not.
Nope.
So, I'm going to ask some questions. There's 3 rounds. Every question is going to be worth a set amount of points. I'll let you know how many points those are. When I ask a question, you can either answer by saying your name, which is how you buzz in, okay? If you don't know the answer, but you also don't think that someone else does, you can bone them. And how you do that is you say, like if you don't think Shane knows the answer to the question I ask, you say, I want to bone Shane, okay? What happens then is Shane has to answer the question, or Shane loses the amount of points that question was worth. If he gets it right, though, he gets double the amount of points that question was worth. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I know it's a fucking lot to throw at everybody, but as we go, you fucking latch on, okay? So
I bet I win.
Wait, let me get my ATG on.
There we go.
Gotta get it low.
Yeah. Can't see my messed up eye. I got surgery on.
Okay. Also, if
Hey,
just
I'm
nobody,
cross-eyed, dude. Don't fucking talk to me.
if nobody has a guess, the amount of points that it was worth go to my cat Mitch. So just so you know, that is a thing. My cat Mitch can win the game. All right?
Mitch almost won the last time I played.
Mitch did. So here we go. First question. First round, these questions are worth 200 points, okay? The question is, a pool ball set includes how many balls?
Wiley,
Wiley.
I want to bone Dan.
Wow.
Fuck.
I want to bone Dan.
Dan.
I just want to.
12.
12 is incorrect. The answer is 16. Dan, you get negative 200
There's
points.
A whole nother row, isn't there? Shit.
Yeah, on the board.
Wiley.
Love you.
So not good. Not a good start. All right. This one, I'll give you guys 200 points for everyone that you get, but you got to buzz in first, okay? What are the names of Kim and Kanye's 4 children?
Wiley,
Wiley Johnson.
I want to bone ATG.
You only get one. I didn't say that earlier, but you played before and you should know this. You only get
You
one
didn't
bone
say
per
it.
round. You only get one bone per round, so now you're muted. You lose 200 points.
Ooh.
And this question's open to you guys while Wiley's muted. So you guys have a guess?
I know.
I know one of them.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
got to ring in. Somebody ring in.
Shane.
Shane, what you got?
North.
Is that all you got?
What, do I have to name all 4 of them?
That's the only one any of us know. I
You
think.
get
thought you
200
said-
points
Yeah.
for everything you know. So if that's it, that's
All right.
okay. That's okay.
Okay.
You get 200 points.
I got 1.
Good job.
North,
All right.
apple, strawberry, lemon.
You son of a bitch. All right. Next question. Other than water, what is the most consumed beverage in the world?
Wiley,
Wiley Johnson.
Coca-Cola.
That's what
Coke-
I would say.
Really? Coca-Cola? That's
It's
your
just such a worldwide brand. I
answer?
just
Coca-Cola is wrong.
Tea?
Anybody else have a guess?
tea.
Shane.
Shano.
Bush Light.
Bush Light is incorrect.
On this podcast, maybe yes.
Yeah.
Dan, should I just make a guess?
Yeah, sure.
Might as well. Orange juice.
Orange juice is incorrect, but we're getting closer.
ATG,
ATG.
lemonade,
Lemonade is incorrect. The answer is tea.
tea.
Good job, guys. Mitch gets
That was
200
My second,
points.
that was my second guess.
Coffee
Bush
or
Light.
tea would make sense. Yeah.
Bush Light must be number 3.
Elvis.
Goddamn Britons!
Okay. What band was known as the Fab Four?
Shane.
Shane.
The Beatles.
The Beatles. Shane is right. Another 200
Fuck you,
points for
Shane.
Shane. This right here, this is the last question of the first round. This question is going to be worth 500 points. Okay?
Negative right now, so I need this.
Guys, be ready to buzz in, okay? This is going to be a quick one. You guys are probably going to know this. You ready?
Dan.
Who was everyone's first friend on the MySpace platform?
Shane.
Wiley,
Shane.
Tom.
Tom is correct. Shane gets 500 points.
Ugh.
Good job, Shane. Fucking mopping up, sir. Top Gun style, like Maverick. Fucking killing it, doing a flyby.
I didn't remember.
Kane,
Tom.
eventually this fucking pandemic's gonna end, and I'm gonna come there. I'm gonna fuck you.
Bone you. You.
I mean bone you. I mean Stone Dog bone you.
Sounds
Wow.
gay. I'm in.
The White Claw's kicking in.
Okay.
Wow, my
Here you
hair's
go.
gonna be long. You're gonna think I'm a lady anyway.
This is starting the second round, okay? Things are gonna get kind of messy and cummy. First question. Who wore a dress made out of meat at the
Shane.
2000
ATG.
Shane.
Shane's name is so fast. He easily got that one.
I know.
Lady
Shane.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Shane is correct. Another 500 points for Shane.
Oh my
Man,
god.
fuck Shane. What the fuck's happening over here? He isn't this good.
Another question. 500 points. Caitlyn Jenner used to be known by what name?
Shane.
God damn it, Shane. Fuck you. Somebody else answer.
I mean, I know it, but
All right, yeah. Shane's muted.
hey, Dan.
Dan.
Hey, Dan. Answer this question. Who is Bruce Jenner for $100?
You are correct, sir, and that is 500 points for Dan. So good job. Pulls you out of the hole. Nice job.
Eat shit, Shane.
Here you go, guys. For 500 points, finish this famous Queen line. Is this the real life or
Dan.
Dan?
You guys not know this? Nobody jumped in on that
No,
one?
I do.
I jumped in on it.
No, you were just waiting. Is this just fantasy?
You are correct, sir. Another 500 points for Dan Marsala. Right now,
In a landslide.
I gotta take it easy on you guys. Apparently, so
here you go. Here you go. This is for 1,000 points. Who was the first singer to ever appear on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine?
Oh man.
first one nobody actually knows. I don't know. I mean,
1,000 points.
Hang on.
Does it have anything to do with the title of the magazine?
Wiley's trying to use ESP or something.
Hold on. Let me look.
Wiley? Is it the Rolling Stones?
That's what I was like.
I mean, it's a good guess, but that's incorrect.
Anybody
else?
Mick Jagger. Sorry.
Anybody else have a guess?
That's what I was gonna say.
No.
No guesses?
Burt Bacharach.
No, you already guessed. You can't.
Oh, sorry.
That's your warning, sir.
Sorry.
Chester Bennington.
Chester Bennington is incorrect. All right. Nobody has an answer.
Share.
All right. Nobody wants to bone anybody?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn.
I'm a polite man. I'm not boning.
All right. Too late.
ATG.
Oh. What?
Is
Are
it
you
too late?
Googling?
What were you
He's
going to say?
Googling.
What
No, I
were
just
you
want to bone Shane. I just want to bone Shane.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shane getting boned. I'll allow it. Shane. First singer to appear in Rolling Stone magazine.
He knows it.
If he knows, he gets 2,000 points. If he doesn't, he loses 1,000.
Ooh.
Ooh, good move.
Let me give you a hint.
Let me see your hands, Shane.
It's someone that was a part of a band that was on his own for this photo.
I'll say Paul McCartney.
Oh, you're so fucking close, dude. It's John Lennon was the answer.
Oh, damn.
Good guess. Shane,
Wait, what was the question again?
who was the first singer to ever appear on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine?
John Lennon.
Huh.
Are you what, Wiley? What does that look
Kind
for?
of a trick question, but it's fine. Go ahead. Move forward.
Oh, whatever. Fuck Wiley. All right.
We all
This is the last question of the second round. This question is worth 2,000 points, guys. You guys ready for this? Fucking ready?
Yep.
In the human body, what is the helix?
Dick.
Wiley.
Wiley.
I want to bone Shane.
Oh, boning Shane again. Shane getting boned.
He's going to get it. I fucking have a feeling. Elbow. Right. Fuck.
It's a part of the foot, Shane.
How dare you?
Not like the Foot Clan. Like the ninjas, Shredder's ninjas. Like I'm talking like the foot, right?
The way of the foot.
Rap.
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. Yo, I'm the Green Machine.
We got 5 seconds. 4, 3,
Do I lose points if I guess?
2.
I don't know.
No. Shane, you don't have an answer? So Shane loses 2,000. Dan, if you want to guess, I'll give you 2,000 points.
I mean, you said part of the foot. I'm gonna say heel.
Nope, it's the big toe is the answer.
I was thinking either
What a
big toe or little
stupid
toe.
fucking part of the body.
Hey, fuck
No
you!
idea. Okay, no idea.
All right, here you go. First question of the third and final round, okay?
I'm lubricated.
What year between 1900 and 1950 was McDonald's founded? This is worth 3,000 points.
Damn. I've seen all these documentaries. I should know this.
Wait, hang on.
It's an even number.
I watched the movie.
I did too.
ATG.
1900 and 1950. Which year was it?
ATG.
ATG.
Give it to us.
1930.
1930 is incorrect.
Ah.
That narrows it
Wiley?
down. Wiley.
1943.
1940. You're not correct. Nope. But you're
Even.
close.
I thought it was even.
It's in the 40s, right? It's got to be in the 40s.
I said it was an even number. Yep, and it's in the 40s.
If I had to guess.
Oh, you said an even number?
Yeah,
I missed
dude.
that. My bad.
Because you never listen to me, you fucking asshole.
I don't. I should have said 44.
Same reason you're not married. You can't fucking commit.
Is it pre-World War
You're
II?
right.
What? Sorry.
Pre- post-World War II?
This was
Beginning of
pre.
World War II. Really?
We had a world war?
Hey, Dan will say 1942 then.
1942 is incorrect.
Damn it. 44 maybe?
Nope.
I don't know. Did
Shane?
everybody guess?
Shane, you got a guess?
19 46.
You're all wrong. It's 1940.
I knew it.
1940.
What
You're
a
hovering.
cunt-ass company.
You're hovering right
Close
around
to
there.
McDonald's.
I was close.
So-
I get 5 points.
Mitch gets 3,000 points. Good job, guys.
I know White Castle was the first.
All right, here you go. This one is worth 1,000 points. All Chick-fil-A restaurants are closed for business on which day of the week?
Dang.
Wiley.
Whoa, ATG got it.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's not how I heard it.
Sunday. Well, how'd you hear it, Wiley?
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
I heard me first. It's all right, though.
Wow.
I like ATG more than the rest of you. So
All right, 1,000 points for ATG. All right, guys. This one's worth 5,000 points. Finish this popular Britney Spears line. Oops,
Oh, man.
I did it again. I played with your heart.
Wiley.
Wiley,
Got lost in the game.
you got it, baby.
I'm glad you got it.
You
'cause
got
I
it.
was
Wiley, right
Were you
back in it.
gonna sing it? Antonio, were you gonna sing it?
I was gonna say stuck in the game. I don't know.
I didn't know that one. I mean, I know.
Don't you think it was love?
Here you go. Here you go. This one's worth 3,000 points. What is the national animal of Canada?
ATG.
ATG.
Why did I do that? I'm gonna bone Wiley.
Wiley.
Nice.
Moose.
Moose is incorrect.
I knew it wasn't gonna be
Wiley
Moose. That's why I
loses.
did it.
3,000 points.
I would have said moose too, but
Fucking otter. It's an otter, isn't it? It's a goddamn adorable ass otter.
Anybody have a guess for 3,000 points?
what's like the fucking hockey teams? I don't know.
A maple leaf. Wait.
What's,
All right. No
The
guesses?
Maple Leaf.
I got no guess.
All right. The answer is actually beaver.
Fuck.
And
Beaver.
I said an otter.
Which
Is my
wins?
second guess.
That was very close. Very
Justin Bieber. Should have known.
good. Justin Bieber.
Why is a moose not their fucking? They have. You literally have to watch out for moose there. Why is that not their animal?
I've seen a moose on the highway there many times.
okay.
Never seen
All
a
right,
beaver.
guys. This right here is going to be worth 5,000 points. All right, last question of the third round. In a bar, if you were to order a Boilermaker, what would you get?
Wiley,
Wiley Johnson.
beer and whiskey.
Wiley Johnson is correct. Wiley Johnson gets 5,000 points.
Yeah.
Wiley, nice
Don't
job.
talk to me
sir.
about my breakfast. Don't
Nice
talk to me
job.
about my breakfast.
And what that means is on the 19th edition of the Stone Dog Show, Wiley Johnson didn't win yet because there's one bonus question, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
I bartended for like a couple years. I should know that.
All right, here you go. Here you go.
Right,
Here you go. This question right here, this is worth 10,000 motherfucking points, okay? This is the all-time redeeming Messiah question, okay? Finish this famous line. Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Dan.
Dan.
Hold on, give me a second. Hold me close, I'm trying to dance.
Yeah, that next line's actually hard.
I know. Count the headlights on the highway.
Dan, you fucking nailed it. 10,000 points, sir. Yes, you
That's
did.
right, dude. No, that's right.
Yes, you did.
Headlights
All right.
on the highway. Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know if that's what he said, but I thought it was something like that.
No, so it looks
I
like...
started thinking about Almost Famous. That's
Yeah.
what I started thinking about whenever he asked that question. I was like,
I
So
mean, we all-
Shane, once
Yeah.
again, derailed by fate, motherfucker, because this is karma.
Well,
this show is all the karma you deserve, you fucking asshole.
apparently Fate's name's Gabe because
I'm the dealer of fate, my friend.
who cut me off.
Yeah, because tonight, on the last question, Dan Marsala
I think one goddamn question right, and I came in at the end. Well,
swings in like Indiana Jones and fucking does, you know, you ever seen Indiana Jones movies? You know the fight scenes, like how he punches people? That's what Dan just did to you, motherfucker. Like the psh, psh, even with the sound effect. Like you're just fucking done, dude. blood all over the place.
Yeah, because
Dan
you're like Howard the
Marsala.
Duck.
He wins the 19th edition of Stone Dog Trivia. Good job, my friend.
Hey,
I don't feel good about this.
So, I want to make sure, I'm going to look in my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. Checking my notes. I don't think there's anything I'm missing. So, it's getting late. I appreciate you guys being on the show. Thank you very much. We're just going to wrap it up here real quick. Before we do, I want to let people know where to find all of us if you want to be found. If not, that's cool. I know Shane has a lot of stuff that he doesn't want people to know. So, no. Shane,
That rap sheet's tough, man.
Shane's a good dude. And Shane's been he's been doing a lot of he's been getting some really good content on his podcast lately. Some kind of heavy stuff, but at the same time, some really good stuff.
I'm kidding.
No, but Shane, where can people find all your stuff online, buddy?
You can go to rockpaperpodcast.com. You can find it on any of the apps, Spotify, Google, Apple, whatever. And follow me on the socials.
Cool. ATG, buddy, I appreciate you being on the show as well, man. Thank you for taking the time.
hell yeah. Absolutely. Anytime, man.
What do you got anything? I mean, obviously you got a lot going on right now, but give me some plug-in, as Wiley would say on a Friday night.
All right. If you like rap rock, head over to discrepanciesmusic.com and you can find everything you need for Discrepancies on that. If you just want to hear hip hop or rap, head over to AntonioTheGreat.com. Everything you need. Yep.
And some fucking smooth ass vocals.
Hey, Antonio, when does that new single drop for Discrepancies?
I have no idea. We just announced it today.
I'm an asshole for asking that question. My bad.
No, that's all. I'm bad with the dates and all that shit. But
hey, just say it's out now. Find it.
Yeah. I blame me is out now.
Hey,
So,
figure it out, motherfuckers.
so check that out. But yeah,
Just fucking
come back
grab
to me.
that
Come
shit.
back to me.
Yeah, you're good. Wiley, Die Criminal. Where can people find you, bud?
Hey, ATG. It comes out September 25th, the same day as the new Deftones album.
Hey.
I'm really excited because that day I'm going to have 11 new tracks because the new Deftones album has 10 tracks, and your album, your single is 1 track, and I can't wait.
Hey.
But Die Criminal is it's on the Instagram, it's on the Spotify, it's on the iTunes, it's on the YouTube. I spend money to put it on all the resources that you can find, and I want you to go to those and listen to them.
You are the weirdest motherfucker I've ever met.
This feels very personal right now.
You can find Die Criminal, everybody. You can find Die Criminal everywhere that music is available. Dan Marsala recorded it. Thank you for listening.
Oh my God.
Don't bring me
All
into
right. Thank you.
Don't bring me.
Dan, I'm pretty sure people know where to find Story of the Year.
You haven't found it yet. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right? Is there anything?
No, but we do have the new podcast that we're doing as a band called Page Avenue Crew Podcast. It's already out there live, so find it on all that stupid shit.
Is that going to be weekly?
I believe so. That's our plan. We have 4 of them recorded already, so we're just we are well prepared to have a bunch go on. So yeah, and otherwise, let's look for some new Story of the Year music sometime soon. We're getting there. Cool. We'll keep doing it for the rest of our lives.
Awesome. Yeah, I think all of us probably will be doing that. So thank you again, man, for being on the show. If it's okay with you, I want to take the show out with Until the Day I Die. I mean, you close with it. It's the first song that a lot of people heard from you guys, so if that's cool with you.
It's a pretty good one.
All right, we'll take it out on that.
I can't lie. It's pretty good.
Put your drinks up.
My name's Gabe Stroop. I'm the Stone Dog. Obviously, you can find the Stone Dog Show on YouTube, Facebook every week. Also on Beyond FM every week. So, I'm always in your face. Fucking listen to me. All right? Taking over fucking St. Louis and the world, bitch. Stone Dog Show. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Rock Paper Podcast is better.
Fuck you, Wiley.
and I think I hate you. But still will say remember when, just like we always do, just like we always do, until the day I die. I'll spill my heart for you until the day I die. I'll spill my heart for you. Yeah, I spill my heart. Yeah, I spill my heart for you. My hands are at your throat and I think I hate you. But we made the same mistakes like friends do. My hands are at your throat and I think I hate you.